question. Let's see if we can make it work. No, it doesn't. No, streak killing doesn't work that way. Streak murder requires that it go up and then go down and never come back. It doesn't kill streaks if you stream twice in the same day. Yeah, it doesn't hurt streaks. Congratulations on the first. Let's go. GG.
She's alive.
Welcome in. What's up? What's up? I apologize for stream dying. Ori is missing? Ori is gone? No, not yet. No. You're not gonna get rid of me that easy. Let me see here. Let me go ahead and find my quick thumbnail material, and then we can talk about it. I want to ask you guys about kind of basically your opinion on the mystery as a whole, as well as a few other things, obviously. Hey, thank you so much, Moonchi. Let's go.
Moonchi_Poskie just subscribed for 30
It did the weird one. It did the weird thing again, so it looks a little bit weird, but thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Hello, Ori. I
Hi.
have a cool idea. One day in the future, write a story for all my TTRPG duders together.
That sounds really cool, dude. I actually love the sound of that. That sounds like a lot of fun. Let me go ahead and grab this. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna keep it like that, actually. And we still need to do the thumbnail for the YouTube side. Chat, today's gonna be a fun one. Today's gonna be a fun one, hopefully. I don't know how many of you have been to a Mirrorcast. I'm sure you know what Mirrorcast is. But I will say that I think that this is going to be an especially good one, personally. If I had to take a smack at it. Okay, there we go. Setting up the live thumbnail. Boom. And if you've seen the title, I'm sat and paying attention. Let's go. And if you've seen the title, you know that we're going to be on call with Volt today as well. So we're going to be talking to Volt. And he's definitely not going to be mad at us about what the hell is going on. Where's my live? What do you mean? Am I live on... It says just streamed. Am I live on YouTube, chat? I'm confused. Here we go. This is weird. Okay. Did it fix the thumbnail? Can I have a... Okay, let me just get the shareable link on this, actually. Yeah, let's just do that. I don't know what YouTube's on, dude. Holy hell. Okay, yeah, we're here. Thank you, guys. Okay, thank you for the yeses and the hellos and the highs. It's very helpful because YouTube has a really weird live system. At least to me, very foreign to me. I'm very used to Twitch. YouTube is fine? Okay. Did it actually put the thumbnail in the one that I was hoping? No, it didn't. Okay, so let me just delete this since it was like 4 seconds long. And then go put the thumbnail on the other one. There we go. I understand. Okay, cool. We got it. Chat, how are we doing? Raise your hand, chat, if you saw the most recent YouTube video. If you saw the most recent YouTube video, you know what we're talking about. And then raise your hand if you're participating in the mystery event. 2 separate hands. I want to show 2 different hands, chat. Alright, how the fuck do we get the document/notion image without getting it from the Discord or the website? I'm sorry, that was not spoken in paying 35,000 channel points, so I cannot respond to that. Do I expect this to take at least 2 of the weeks? I do expect this to take at least 2 of the weeks. I could see it. I think that... So, there was a conversation about this this event, you know, taking... How long is it going to take, essentially? Like, how long is this mystery event going to take? Now, I'm not going to talk about this a ton, because I want to get into the video more than anything before I get into all of the other stuff that we have to talk about. But I do see a world where it does. Hey, what's up, Astro? How's it going? Raise a separate hand, which may or may not belong to him. Perfect. Works for me. I saw the first hard one. GG. Good job. There's my hands, but I should be. You should be. Go raise your hands. Go into the corner and raise your hands or something like that. No, I think that chat had a lot of force coming through. Chat put a lot of force, the community put a lot of force into the first little bit, but that's usually what happens. It's like the most burst force comes at the beginning. So we're gonna see if you guys hold up to that. I'm very curious. Promise you guys a challenge. What are we if we didn't bring our fighting hands today, huh? How about that? Welcome to stream, indeed. Thanks so much for joining us on stream. I appreciate it. I beamed that fucking clue and then got walled. That's so unfortunate, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. My hand is bleeding. I need a band-aid. Go get a band-aid. Go get a stream band-aid. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you guys so much for joining on the YouTube side. So I want to talk a little bit about the video itself, and we're going to be jumping in call probably about 3 minutes from now, because we have hands up for ads up for the Twitch side right now. We're going to let those finish, then we're going to jump into the call. Did you see my intro? I did not. I apologize. Can I punch Rory? He said no punch. Now I want to punch him. Oh, okay. Oh, frick, I was gonna say something. We're gonna let the ads play, and then we're gonna talk about what the video was about, which was the whole formatting thing. However, part of the video was talking about the mystery event, so we get a free excuse to talk about the mystery event during today. And during that time, if you guys want to talk about it, ask ask a few more not like what are the answers to the questions type questions. You may absolutely do that, and I will answer those. Let me go ahead and fix the what do in text as well. Hey, that fits. Cool. Spell's so cool. Ah, the spell. I demand you talk about the spell at least a little bit, because good golly gumdrops of Batman. I really want to talk about that, actually. I would really love to talk about that. Or what are the questions and the answers, please? I'm sorry, I only understand that question
Do I really
to the
want
sound
to
of
spend
35,000
my
channel
points on a hint? HRM.
I will have you note, I will warn you guys. This is your warning, by the way, that if you guys get a hint through channel points, it's not going to be the same format as if you did with puzzle coins. They are different from each other. If you get a channel point hint, I'm just going to try to think of something I'm going to tell you, right? Like, I'm going to tell you here on stream. I'm not going to submit it to the warden. It's not going to be like a huge extravaganza, right? That's why it costs less than a puzzle coin. Oh, hey, what's up, Hale? What the fresh hell has happened since I looked at this mystery last night? Nothing in specific. We're at solving 4 out of 12 so far. We're at 4 out of 12, which is pretty good. Arguably, though, notably, 3 easy. 3 easy. But you are at 4 out of 12. Oh my goodness, it's Eco. I'm so fucking confused. Amazing. It's real have matching rings in a really cute. I wonder if he still wears this. Oh, that's actually really cute. I wonder. Oh, chat. I don't think 4 out of 12 is an indicative pace. To be fair, one of those was like probably one of the freest mystery puzzles I've ever given you guys, because it was just calculus. This is really funny, dude. I feel like the calculus question would have stumped like several groups of people, but we knew the moment that I slapped that down, I'm like, that's not gonna survive more than 8 seconds.
I love how calculus is free, LOL.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's weird to say the calculus is free, but in this community, calculus is so free. Like we slapped that down, it's like, aha, the answer's behind a math equation. That's a suicide mission for that question, dude. That was crazy. I'm not a masochist. Calc is not hard. Yeah, for you. I bet it's not for you. But what about the people who can drive, Suna? Think about the people who can drive. If you get the joke, you get the joke. Knowing what I know, I give him a small hug. A little small hug. Little. The question? He dies, yeah. It's like that baby meme. Like the Ash baby. Alright, let's call a Volt.
Calculus might as well be magic to me. I have no clue how I passed it.
Yep.
XD.
Well, I think the other thing behind what made that one especially easy, arguably, was the fact that, well, I have to do a weird streaming thing real quick.
Plushie.
So I can do this, and then I can unstream it. There we go. One of the weird things about the calculus one as well is that there's so like few steps when it comes to that. That it's so easy to. I actually don't think I need to do that because you guys have these widgets right here, so we can just talk like this. So few steps that come with it that it was Like, you could basically just, like, put it through the internet, right? Like, you could just, like, Google smart search it. You know what I mean?
At Diamond the Dino plushie I just
not equal
got
people
here.
who could drive? Indeed,
Not again.
indeed. Why is it starred? God damn it, what is starred? Oh, no. Was it the give me a sex question? Is that what starred?
I don't
no.
see where I would be needed, so I shall lurk. Have fun. Good luck.
Volt!
If you need me, which
How are you
I don't
doing
know
today,
one
buddy?
will, I am free to be pinged.
Oh, tired. Good.
Until
What's
then,
up?
Oh, you
see
sound like you're on a
folks
walk
next
right
time.
now.
Yeah, I'm almost home.
Okay, heard. Well, Volt, what do you think about what's going on today? What do you think about what's going on today? You watched the video recently, right?
Yes, yeah, I watched it earlier.
Okay. And what's your thought on a medialess media, right? So part of the video topic today, chat, for a brief introduction of what we're talking about, was what is a media format without a media format? And the example to this is ARGs, which is kind of like what we do, but we don't really do ARGs. What we do is kind of more in a nutshell, I would say. In worldless, yes, of course, obviously. Arguing, yes. Are you there, Volt?
Yeah, I'm here. I definitely, I mean, you're using media. It's not a medialess ARG.
No, okay. I would say that arguably, okay. When you say media, it means like video, book, something, right? Like you need something to back it up, right? Like, don't get me wrong, like it's not like medialess, but it's functionally medialess.
I mean, I guess in a really roundabout way it is. I don't know. I think you're stretching the definition of medialess here.
It's not stretchy. Chad, is it stretchy? It's not stretchy. I think Volt's just on something right now.
Yeah, right. You need to re-review your own video.
No, okay, hold on. That's not why you're on today. You don't, no. It's stretchy? No, it's not stretchy. Volt's right here? No, chat, don't fucking, what do you mean? What do you mean? It is stretchy? No. Volt is correct. Bullshit. All right, Volt, next time you're going to go fix this yourself. You're going to write the video next time.
I mean, I can make that happen.
Oh yeah? Do it then.
Okay, fuck.
Volt?
At Oridont, fix your
Oh.
stream title.
What do you mean fix my stream title? Volt? Did I actually make him mad? Uh-oh. Volt, you good? I'm gonna have to message him. Oh no, I think he's gonna...
Aruging.
Oh my...
Hello, chat! Hello! I've taken over. Fuck this guy. Hello! Hello,
Moa.
Zuna! Hello, Hale! Hi, Cobbs!
Hi Volt.
Hi, Namian!
Wayo. Volt apparently is real.
Dino!
Nice.
Hi, Pep!
What the heck? Volt hi.
Hi,
Good.
Moon! Hello, Moonchi! Hi, Eco! Hi, Galaxy! How are you all doing? This is fun. I should have done this a long time ago. Just tie him up for me. That's better.
Voltaic Dante.
At the cafe. Ooh. Or you'll have to answer that. Voltaic, no. Voltori is the correct one. Voltori. Hi, Sherbs. How do you read this? It's behind your mic stand.
Voltoric
course.
GRID.
Voltori is politically accurate.
Voltoric grid.
Oh shit, did I just break my printer?
Yeah, definitely. You definitely
I totally
did.
just broke my printer. Chat, unfortunately, I agree. We were trying to find something to disagree on. I agree. The title's a little bit stretchy, but the title didn't even talk about, like...
VOLTORIC.
But it does absolutely have a medium, right? Okay, we're gonna do this real cuddly, I guess.
That's fine.
Oh, I'm just not even... Never mind, I'm
Voltoric
not
is
even...
real.
Damn. You're like still way off. That's
High
hilarious.
voltage.
Yeah, just rotate it.
We're rotating, chat.
There you go.
This is gonna take a second to figure out.
Voltoric. Oh, that's
Oh,
pretty good.
Voltoric's actually pretty good. All right, you're gonna have to like probably like move in and out for the. There we go. There we go. Chat, can you hear both of us? Okay, we probably sound like we're like a million miles away right now.
It's probably not that bad.
This mic does not like it. This mic definitely does not like it when you're far away from it. Sounds usually pretty echoey. Hey, what's up? What? It's been a while since I'm gonna be here for a bit. Hey, let's go. Welcome in, Hexjock. How's it going?
Sounds the same TBH.
Voltoric sounds kind of badass. Kind of sounds like a Pokemon.
It
Sounds
does.
good? Okay, huge. I agree. Medium, I don't think that format was mediumless. In fact, there was a lot of comments that I received that, in the introduction, I'm like, what medium? I was like, oh, story, yada yada. Of course, Rain put Surreal as the protagonist in that one, because he's Rain. And we were like, I don't know if this one actually has a... Nope. No, wait. Does it have a setting for corduroy? Nope, it's just always. Can't set this one. In that one, I was just like, what media format did you imagine this in, right? This story that I was telling, what media format did you imagine it in? Did you see it as a book, as a film, or whatever? And so many people commented, the introduction to a video essay? Like, I don't know, I was like, okay, well, way to steal the whimsy. That's a joke, that's a fair thing to say.
Have more whimsy in your life.
Yeah, have more whimsy in my life.
At the
indeed.
Astral Hunter,
why
perhaps
have whimsy in
mystery.
my life when I have Volt?
Idk.
I am the whimsy.
He is the whimsy.
And by that I mean the only one that's sane around here.
Still kind of stretchy. So it's the only not protagonist because Alex exists. Story best girl.
I just
My answer
saw.
was nothing. I saw the pretty pictures Editor Rain put up. Real pretty pictures. I haven't seen the video yet. That's okay. The video also was what released the mystery event in the first place. So, it has like a little bit of a media presence right now. To give the mystery event a little bit of a forward grace, I guess. I wonder how many people are participating right now. Chat, if you haven't, please make sure to go into the announcements on Discord and click get the role. Because that's like, you're only going to be able to get this now. Like, once this event ends, that embed will go away, and you will not be able to get it anymore. Will you get drunk
I
on stream
almost
today?
didn't.
I don't know, we could.
I'm down if you want to.
I feel like that's bad practice, chat. I feel like that's bad practice.
But I'm fun at least.
You are. We're on the, we're playing nice today because we're on both channels right now.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, chat, I'm sorry. We're on best behavior today. I'm checking to see... Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of people who are participating who do not have that role right now. So, this is my warning to you. This is my warning to go get that role if you don't have it. Volt's fun? Question mark?
Damn, Ashton. That's so rude.
It doesn't do anything, Chad. I'm not selling anything to you. You go in, you click a button. You just go and click a button, you have the role. That's all. You can FOMO all you want.
Recurring side character.
What the hell?
Damn.
Volt had the hoodie on? Yeah, Volt has the hoodie indeed.
Hello. It is genuinely my favorite hoodie too.
It's a pretty solid hoodie, chat. Like, I'm gonna be so honest with you. I don't product show very often. I'd rather show other shit. But this is actually pretty good.
It's so soft.
It's literally a button. Go click it. Indeed. Some people listen to this and the drunk Volt and Volt are the same person. They're dumb though. Is this how Clone War happens?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making
100%.
sure. But one of the clones' name is just Drunk Volt.
Drunk Volt. Yes.
Okay, heard. Is there a fictional purpose to the role, or is it just participation trophy? A little bit of both, I would say. I think that realistically, I think most of it is just participation, right? It's just saying that you were there. Clone Wars, that title is taken. And then money for the bag, but the sucker be holding on tough. That's really sick. We don't even have that bag anymore. That bag doesn't exist. I'm gonna grab my drink.
Oh, and here I am all by myself again. An unironic push for the hoodie. It's genuinely good. It's genuinely comfy. And Ori's not here to nitpick.
I'll
on me
bring it with me
upselling
one day.
His hoodie. So I'm gonna upsell his hoodie.
The 5 clones.
It's very good.
Volt, Voltaic Grid,
Volt, Voltaic
Drunk
Grid,
Volt,
Drunk Volt,
Dustin,
Dustin,
Voltoridont.
Ooh.
Voltoridont? Chad, I wanted to say that we do need to get on topic. We do need to talk about what actually needs to be talked about. However, I'm gonna side tangent one more time.
Volt,
Because
can you
what
please
the fuck
fix
is
Ori's
this,
stream
dude?
title?
What the fuck is this? He bought this unironically.
I did.
Today we went out, we got food, we went to a candy store, and he buys this, chat. Can you read that? Look at that. That's disgusting.
It's not good, but I am addicted to it at this
It
point.
was pretty ironically.
I've only had it for like 30 minutes. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, I regret that.
It's so awful.
Instantly, I regret that.
Oh, I hate it so much, dude. It's so fucking gross. Okay, I'm sorry, chat. We have to talk about it. Okay, my first thing is, chat, we're gonna use the questions command. I don't think there's anything in the questions queue right now. So rack it up while you have it. And again, I'm not
OMG.
going to. Oh yes, Orange Clone's name is so cute. I'm so happy. I finally get to tell you people that. Okay, yeah, we're removing that one. Use the questions command. Use the question command to rack some stuff up. Again, I'm not going to
At
answer
Ashton
stuff directly.
PYR, yeah.
I'm not going to
It's
answer
so
like,
funny
oh,
and cute
what's
at
the
the
answer
same
to this
time,
part of the mystery
XD.
event? Like, don't ask like that. But you can ask things about the mystery event, about the roles, about the backups and things like that. So if you guys want to ask anything for that, you may. For real though, what's the question? So funny and cute all at the same time. I'm glad I finally got to share that. I've been told that it's kind of anticlimactic how the name got revealed. And I was like, chat, I don't know how you guys didn't catch it. I name dropped the Orange Clone like 4 times in the past 3 months. And I just
When did
didn't
we
say
get their
anything
new
about
name?
it. But I just said it outright like 4 times. I want you to know, I also leaked all of those documents on stream weeks before the mystery started. Like, I have done so much accidental spoiling, and as a rule, every single time, I marked off Ori leaked something without saying a word. I would just say, Ori leaked something. Nothing. I haven't heard a single thing about it since. And I'm like, that's crazy, dude. Like, it'll be like in my Photoshop history, right? I'll open Photoshop and all of the documents will be there because I just worked on them and I'll be like, nothing. I opened Blender with the scene. I went, oh shit, closed it. Not a word, nothing. I just name drop the Orange Clone with that while talking about the other clones. I'm like, oh, clone, Orange Clone. And then just went on. It was crazy. Thought the joke was since you never responded. Oh, well, yeah, that's the thing is that my rule when it comes to leaking something, if I accidentally leak something, is to not draw attention to it, right? So I try not to interact with it after that point. Watched a video recently about how many people's first exposure to Undertale through OST out of context. I believe that, actually. It's raining somewhere else. It's playing the background. I think it's totally appropriate. Yeah, honestly, it kind of makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? I love this song so much. This is like my favorite yapping song. Fucking DM'd you about the name drop. I know Dino caught it, but Dino, you're in a... And I mean that. Oh, work with lurking. Thank you, Jelly Bean. I appreciate you.
Ori genuinely has a penchant for accidentally leaking things.
It does. It's crazy. I do it a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I don't know if we're putting the name behind spoiler brackets. I don't mind if you guys say it. It's pretty open right now. Like, you could go search it up right now if you have the application. If you have the vault, you could go find it. You could go look up their last name and you could see what it is. So, chat, hands up. I'm just gonna say the name out loud if you haven't heard it yet. So from this point on, I'm just gonna say their name instead of just obscuring it. Be back later tonight. All right, cool. For anyone who's super new around here who doesn't know what a mystery event is, or for even who I am or who Volt is per se, we've done this a few times now. This is the 3rd recorded event, but this is like closer to our 5th or 6th event, at least my 5th or 6th event, because some of them started before I met Volt. But basically, we call them online escape rooms, and in the past, we've put up, basically this series of puzzles, right, that you have to solve in a certain order, you have to uncover certain clues, you have to go all over the internet, kind of ARG style. It's a little bit, the reason that I don't believe that it's a traditional ARG at least is because of TNAG. Do you know what TNAG is? This is not a game. It's the the philosophy behind ARGs that basically says you're not allowed to call them ARGs, right? You're not allowed to call them a game. That's against the spirit of it. This is definitely notified, right? Like this is an experience that we're putting you through. In every other facet, it's an ARG, right? Like it functions like an ARG. It uses ARG as kind of a medium in our case. But
oh, I'm sorry, Pips.
That's why one of the reasons I say is like ARG styled. You know how like when you don't use real chocolate, you have to say chocolate flavored?
Yeah.
So I say ARG styled. Online escape room essentially. So you have to go through these series of puzzles. And the last one, and the one before, I think, chat cranked through what was intended to be a 1 to 2 week experience in 24 hours. And people kept making fun of me, and they're like, "Oh, I can't wait to break your mystery event in 24 hours." And I was like, "Okay, go for it." Chat, it's been 36 hours. I don't know where we are right now, but 4 out of 12 doesn't seem like done to me.
Pick up the pace.
Yeah, chat, come on.
You claim to be good at these.
I saw a few questions about this. So if you want to participate in the mystery event, it's completely free. There are rewards at the end. They're not like crazy rewards or anything like that. We're not like talking like massive cash prizes. But I'm fucking moving, not fast enough. It's funny because I know what Trank meant and I discontextualized it. And starting semester, not fast enough. I didn't land this well the second time. If you guys want to check this out for yourselves, you guys can go to the Discord or to the Mirror Myth website. If you guys do !website in chat real quick, you can go there on the blog post is where the main announcement is, as well as the events page is where you actually do a lot of the submissions and stuff like that. So if you guys want to join for yourself, you guys can do so. Right now, it's completely free to participate. You will be basically on the same foot that everybody else is on. You can get the quickest catch up and you'll be good.
Yeah.
I am actually very happy. I'm very happy. One of the
Fuck
hardest
you,
parts when it comes
LMAO.
to a mystery event like this, including with designing it, is it's really hard to not build a mystery off of predetermined knowledge, right? Or a predisposition.
Right.
So, like, a lot of the people here, a lot of people in chat, maybe half the people in chat, know the Mirror Myth lore so well, right? And it can be so hard to build a mystery without requiring that or having that assist you in some fashion.
Yeah.
Like knowing who what is, right? There's times where people like mentioned like, you know, Fawn was somebody who popped up in this mystery lot, and it doesn't actually give you any information that matters, right? You can get it really, really fast if you know where to look. So Fawn is one of these characters. So if you like know a ton about Fawn, when we're making these pieces about these characters, it's like we can't make it so that knowing Fawn gives you a leg up. You know what I mean? Because this should be introductory to anybody walking in. They should be able to just start sleuthing, you know what I mean?
Correct, yeah.
Start solving. And so far, in my experience, that feels like it's kind of what's been happening. Like, they can just walk in and just start cranking. And I've seen a handful of new faces I'm very happy about.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And a lot of them getting involved instantly and immediately, which is really cool. It really shows that there's, you know, an actual community behind everything too.
I think it's really cool, honestly. And I've seen like people have like walked in, you know, anywhere from stage 1 to stage 4. I guess first solved to fourth solved. So far, I haven't heard anybody say, "Oh, I can't do this because I'm late." You know what I mean? This was always hopefully designed to be. You could walk in at any moment and still participate in it and still be in
how
it.
dare drag Cactos into more Myra
Ashley,
stuff.
That's one that you caught from the short
My
story.
BOI
Indeed.
has been through
There's
a lot
definitely
already.
a lot
XD.
Of... Good God. There's definitely a lot of you know, things we've changed around the, I don't want to say universe, around the Mirror Myth to make things a lot more accessible off first rip for people.
Volt has crazy ideas, chat. Volt has so many ideas, and I'm like, Volt, we can't do that. And then Volt's like, I made it. And I'm like, what? What do you mean?
This is true. We've learned Ori is a kinetic learner.
Kinetic learner.
So
I've never heard that term, and it's so accurate.
The only way I can show something is cool to Ori is by making Ori do it himself.
Yeah. He'll be like, "Oh, look at this coolest thing you've ever seen in your life," and I'm like, "Huh?
That's neat.
That's cool. Whatever."
Click on it.
And then like I'll be like typing on my keyboard, and I'll just slide my keyboard away, and then put the thing in front of me, and I'll just keep typing because I didn't even realize. And I'll be like, "Why is this so cool suddenly?" And Volt's like, "Uh huh." Jingle, jingle, jingle.
Kinesthetic learner.
Kinesthetic learner. Yeah, okay, that's what it is. Something neurotypical cognito hazard. I don't know.
That's accurate.
Ori looks so extra short today. Hey, my chair's lower and I'm short, so
this is proportionate, actually.
It's actually
what you're seeing is pretty proportionate.
Do we wanna? Let's go ahead and cut our way now, or let's cut our. I'm gonna cut my losses. Oh, well, okay, this is gonna.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna tilt it up anyways. We're both out of frame. That's not that bad.
Well, not from this angle. Yeah, I look great. Look, Chad, I'm not that much shorter. Okay, we're done.
Well, you got 4-inch platforms on, so that doesn't help.
Yeah, Chad has never seen me out of 4-inch platform. It's crazy. I've only ever worn that. obviously.
I'm supposedly 5'11".
I think Volk's
6 foot
taller than
even.
5'11". Because, chat, I'm 6 foot, obviously. Yeah.
My pips.
Yeah, pal. Okay, chat, we're gonna start cranking through some of the questions.
Yeah.
If you guys want to redeem anything, or if you guys want to use any commands, now is the time, so go for it. This is kind of the talk shop one that I've been talking about. This is the thing I've been so excited to do, dude. I've been so excited for this. I'm so glad to be able to finally
Ori being
talk
shorter
about it.
than 4.
If we hit the button, are we agreeing to be cloned by the warden? No, that happens regardless, actually. Thank you for asking. It's already too late for you, chat. If you're wondering that, it's already too late. Blooddy's quite complimentary to both of your hair and / color styles. Thank you, I appreciate that. I just turned this strip light off. There's this strip light right here that I usually have on. It's like purple or whatever. Oh, right now it's white, but
My
it has
eyes.
been my eyes. But so far we've just decided to turn it off. Are you going to fix your stream title? What's wrong with the stream title?
It seems fine.
Yeah.
We're not arguing much about it though.
Yeah, we originally we disagreed on this, and that was actually like back in the day when we first started working on this stuff. We actually did argue a lot about whether to call it an ARG or not. So we kind of went in today being like, oh, we're gonna argue about whether or not it's an ARG, and then we're kind of like, yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's a typo. Oh, it's Aruging.
Where's your oh, why do you have... Okay. Just make it worse. Perfect.
There we go, chat. I fixed it.
Perfect.
Oh, Ori.
Oh, Ori. Yeah, what's up, Hale? How's it going?
Are you geeing?
I'm being bullied indeed. Perfect. What are we gonna argue about?
Oh god.
ARGing about arguing. You sure are an individual, says Hale. That is the nicest, meanest thing anyone's ever said to me. I love it here. Okay. I saw Hyperion and condiments in one of the questions. I don't know what I'm about to come across. Am I allowed to... no. Did it not pop up?
I didn't see it.
What the fuck? Oh, there it is. Big spell, big spell, big spell. Rain, how much am I allowed to talk about that spell? We're talking about Fawn spell right now. I know which one you're talking
Best
about.
thing Ori
and
has
I
heard,
said that
alongside
I really
questioning
wanted to
their
yap about
reality.
it. I don't know how much I can say. Talk about big spell. I can just talk about big spell? Fuck yeah, dude. Oh my god, okay. So, spoiler, hands up chat, this is spoiler for one of the easy puzzles, so if you want to go tackle the easy puzzle yourself, what I'm about to say is gonna be like blurting the answer out. So, if you don't want that, if you want to go figure it out yourself, this is your time. In 3, 2, 1. The name of the spell is Fawn's Last Resort. And yes, for the people who are screaming it in chat, it is Fawn Quatrain. Fawn Quatrain's Last Resort is the spell that is showcased as one of the documents, right? And that spells a lot of people. The first thing that someone said is that when I said that one of the super easy ones, right, was just calculus, the answer was 500m, which is actually a double entendre because realistically it's 500 meters was the correct answer, but it got you there, right? Like that's the important part. The missing variable was m, and the answer was 500m is all it deduced down to. And the first thing that someone the first thing that Zero said, I remember Zero said it, when they discovered what the answer was, they went, oh, that's a big wake. Huh. Wake is the radius of the spell's area of effect, and this isn't a sphere, right? So this means that this sphere has a 1 kilometer diameter. And for the people who don't know what all of the spell features are, some of those spell features are in the AG2, which again, you don't need the AG2 to understand the puzzle or to fix it or anything like that. But I will tell you that the spell effect that was being used in part of that was called Transcendence.
LMAO.
Chat, how many people know what Transcendence is? Because it's a really big spell effect. It's a very, very important spell effect. It also has a void, right? So it has a 450 meter void. 450 meter radius void, which means it only affects a 50 meter wall going all the way out a kilometer, right? So you have this giant bubble, essentially. You have this 0.9 kilometer safety bubble with a 50 meter transcendent wall, and then that's the end of the spell, pretty much. Transcendence is what we call in the AG2, it's absolution damage. It's the damage that the Godslayer does, chat. It means that if you are targeted by it, no matter what happens at any moment, no matter what order it resolves in, no matter what, you take the damage. You do not get defenses. It cannot be ignored in any fashion. It can't be blocked. It can't be dodged. It ignores immunities. It ignores resistances. There's no ability that you can use to make that damage not happen. When you are targeted by absolution damage, you get hit by it. They roll dice and you get that hurt. That's it. That's all. So this does a shit ton of absolution damage. This is
heck you
using
damage.
what we know as is. It's fuck you damage. Yeah. It's precisely fuck you damage. This is what we know as greater or concentrated stamina costs. Concentrated stamina, instead of the spell requiring stamina to cast, it requires that you lower your maximum stamina cap. Hence the last resort part, right? This is a crippling spell. This is an extremely crippling spell. Like, it's enough to kill most moderately leveled people just by it happening. Now, on top of all of this, right, we're not done yet. The spell's not over. On top of that, there is a 100 meter alleviate spell, which is basically a surface level healing spell, right? That procs every turn. Now, at the bottom of it, a lot of people caught that it says must be hurt to cast. The reason for that is that if alleviate does not heal anything, alleviate ends. So in order for Fawn to actually do this spell, there's a lodestone in the center of Etheria that she goes to cast this. If she jumps on the lodestone, she has to be hurt so that she's a valid target for the alleviate. So that means that if nobody comes in to get healed, she's the one who can get healed for at least long enough to buffer the spell a chance to exist. Now, there's one more important part of this, right? There is a lodestone in Etheria that's specifically for this, right? This is specifically for her to do this. And a lot of Etherians know that this lodestone exists. It's very important. And the reason why this lodestone is so well known is because the first thing that happens, all of what I just said happens on a 30-minute delay. Because the first thing that goes out is that within 100 meters, or within like 400 meters, or however far it goes, 450 meters specifically, in all directions, you get an alarm ping. And that alarm ping is a sound that Etherians know very well. I will explain Fawn and Etheria. Just know that Fawn is a mage and Etheria is a place. I'm going to go into explaining what those are. If you hear that alarm and you're an Etherian, you know that means that Fawn's last resort is about to proc. Which means wherever you were standing was safe. Go grab as many people as you can and be here in 30 minutes. Because after this point, no one gets in and no one gets out. So be on the inside of it. That's what, oh, there was ads. If you're an Etherian and you hear the alarm ping, which happens before the 30-minute delay proc, where the actual transcendent bubble happens, if you're an Etherian, you know that means that Fawn's last resort is about to proc, right? And that means that Fawn's on the lodestone, and in 30 minutes, this thing's about to happen. So if you're an Etherian, you hear that, you say, this is a safe spot. If you heard that alarm, it means you're in the safety zone. So go grab as many people as you can and be here. Right now, we have half an hour. Jeez, Jezebel, fetch the horses! Imagine running. God. Oh my god, dude. Oh, London, I hate that. I hate that. We got half an hour before this bitch goes sky high. Yeah, tornado / air raid warning type of thing. Then, yeah, it's like the nuclear alarm essentially for Etherians. Yeah, no, it's a rough one.
Would you rather be the one that hears the alarm or have someone come and fetch you?
What is everyone hiding in the spell
dude,
from?
That's so much responsibility to be the one that hears the alarm. Because, like, there's a bad answer, right? You can just hunker down and do nothing. And you would be safe, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
In fact, you want to go towards the lodestone because that's a healing aura, right?
Yeah.
But, like, the right thing to do is to go grab people.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I would like to say that I would like to be the person on the inside that hears it, but I don't know. What I would do and what I say are different, potentially.
Because it's kind of similar to the question of, do you want to know the day of your death or not, right?
Yeah, no, that's actually kind of a rough one, dude. That's so sketchy.
Oh, hey,
can
like,
you
what
shadow step
like,
you go
that
out,
if you
right,
have over
and you're
50
like, oh,
travel?
I need to go find them. I know exactly where they are. This should be a 5-minute walk, and it takes 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And you're like, we don't make it back.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're gonna come back to a bubble, which is bad.
Maybe they're not where you expected they are, so you have to search for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How many people would be expected to be saved? Etheria is a sparse area, but Etheria doesn't, like, populate with just, like, a bunch of humanoids, right? There's a lot of non-humanoid and even non-sapient life that takes up the large portions of Etheria. So for anyone who doesn't know, Etheria is the west coast. If you took... Hold on, I have a map.
Map time. Can you bring me my drink? Damn. Can't get anything around here. I was lucky to get out of the basement for like 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's going right back once we're done here. So
Map.
if you take a map, right, Paya is geographically synonymous with Earth. So right here is where Etheria is, specifically on the west coast. I think this is actually
Does
correct.
map
This
have
is
a name
actually
like Cherie?
Correct. The camera's not flipping it around. So right here is Etheria. On the east side of the mountains is a place called Angelus, and if you put all of that together, it's called the Horn Range, which is based on the Cascade Mountains, right? So if you take the Cascade Mountains, the kind of like conglobule area around that is known as the Horn Range. Angelus is I don't want to say tribal necessarily, but it's kind of a shamanic area, right? It's a huge shamanic forested area. And it is, like, very powerful by nature. It's a super powerful, like, you have a bunch of really old, thousands of year old entities, right? If you've watched Payas, you know what kind of level we're talking about. We're talking, like, not, like, god level or, like, primordial level, but a step down from that. Type beings just sit there in peace, right? Hi, Dragon, what's up, what's up? The Twilight Forest happened to be in that area. So the Twilight Forest is Etheria. The Twilight Forest is the old name for Etheria, actually. The name changed after some stuff happened, which is not contextual what we're talking about right now. But just know those two are the same place. Yeah. So a lot of the times, you know, you're not worried about people. This is a very intentionally uncivilized area, right? Like, the goal is not to build infrastructure. The goal is to remain spiritual, to remain connected. It's a lot of druidic stuff. They actually had a little bit of a tussle with Etheria over the mountain range, because Etheria used to be like a technological hub. It was like the first technological hub of Utopia, and they went, I don't like that, and they beat each other up a little bit. But anyways, that's what we have today. Fawn is a little bit new to Etheria, partially because Thawne's, you know, not that old. But Fawn is very powerful and very protective over Etheria. So she kind of made this spell, and it became kind of just known, right? She became known as a very, very powerful mage in the heart of Etheria. So yeah. What's up, Cosmo? Yuki, do you prefer Yuki now? Bad people outside it. Why would you want to be stuck inside the bubble? It's to protect, right? So, like, this isn't the case that they're being invaded, that some kind of natural disaster is happening, whatever. This is a measure of protection. Fawn become a nuclear bomb? It will, yeah. And let me say, just so that we know, in order for this to function, this is a concentration-based spell, if I remember correctly, because she needs to be aware to know when it ends. So Fawn is alive during this. Fawn survives this. She is physically crippled for, like, literal years after this. Like, it takes actual years to reclimate. Even at, like, a lower god level, it would take years for her to recuperate from casting the spell. But she's alive that whole time, right? Like, that's how the spell functions. Fawn also has whatever a core soul is.
Would something be able to shoot into it?
The SCP containment breach?
Which one? The old one or the new one?
The old one.
I played it a little bit. I haven't played a ton of it, but yes.
Because it reminds me of, I think it's Exit B, where you have to detonate the nuclear... Or you have to fake detonate the nuclear warhead.
That sounds... Oh, sorry. Wait, that's for the one in the basement, isn't it? The, like, it's like 648 or something like that, basically.
Yeah.
The apocalyptic lizard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah.
Ori, what's a core soul? Shrug. Will something be able to shoot into it? As long as the bullet survives 50 meters of transcendence, which most don't. The ads block the entire explanation, lol, from you get hit to the ping going off part. What do you get hit by? I think that's the important part, right? Is that the ping goes off in a 450 meter radius, so you only hear the ping if you would be in the bubble safe zone. And that's the call to say go grab as many people as you can. And then 30 minutes after that, the bubble goes off. Can someone not just shadow step? If you can shadow step 50 meters, it works. However, do note that this is not the only thing, right? Fawn's Last Resort is not just a bubble of protection. First of all, it's a bubble of deterrence, because wild cards can get in, but then you're fighting all of Etheria in a 1 kilometer space, right? It is a deterrent that most cannot go through, and for the people who can, you're fighting, you know, an entire civilization of archmages, right? Assumingly, there's a way for them to get you out, right? The point is to deter the masses. Like, there are a lot of creatures, actually, like, if you crunch the numbers, there's a lot of creatures at, like, mid to high level power that would just tank running through it. Like, they would get excruciatingly hurt in most cases, right? They would get devastated by it, but they would survive, right? The point isn't necessarily, like, nobody gets in. The point is to reduce it down to a point where if you did get in, you're gonna die. You're not gonna make it out, right?
Yeah.
How many times has that spell been cast in history? Never. It's never been cast. In fact, I don't
Fun
know
when a
if
green
it's
god shadow
where it's
steps
written,
an
or
entire
if
army.
it's still written on there.
Shocked.
But it says, may this spell never be cast, is basically the idea behind it, right? It is a last resort. It's a nuke hanging over their head that's like, I really hope we don't have to drop this. Fun when a green god shadow stabs an entire army. Oopsies. That is a conversation, but that god would be far above Fawn's level. Let me say, it's not perfect, but it's what they've got, is kind of basically the answer to that, right?
What,
Can you peek and radiate that? You have to survive it first. Oh, fuck, no, wait, yeah, yeah! You have to be really strong, but I guess you could, actually. Because she's prepped people. She's prepped people with that alarm sound, right? Like, this is a conversation that she's had with hundreds upon hundreds of Ethereans.
Oh wait, can a Goliath cancel the spell?
Sword held up by a string. That sounds like the Gordian knot. I feel like that's not what that's about, though. Does the damage apply to the soil under them? For a period of time, yeah. Can a Goliath? There's a lot of things that could happen, chat. There's actually a lot of things that could happen. However, in those cases, I think Goliath says ignore the effect. So Goliath would... No, correction, no, that's not possible. You cannot reduce absolution damage for any reason. There's nothing you can do to reduce absolution damage. You could actually do it if you were affected by the healing, weirdly enough. Because that's an actual effect that you would witness that you could interact with.
Oh.
So if you made your way all the way to the center within the 100-meter radius and then like counterspell that would work. However, there's a lot of things that the people inside can do to help kind of fight this, hopefully. Assume, you know, this is an entire city, again, of, like, archmages, right? Like, you have an entire territory of archmages who are gonna go in, you know, from telekinetic forces moving out, right? You have, like, telekinetic walls. You have, you know, a barrage of fire and ice and, you know, whatever they can send their way. And just a ton of protective stuff for Fawn. 5 feet to be in a rock from magical hell, and you can undo the entire thing. You also have to survive all the archmages inside, right? This is no small feat. Why would the sphere be necessary? I think the worst case scenario would be invasion, right? It would be invasion of Etheria. Etheria is small and it is quaint, but it is filled with very, very valuable resources and very, very powerful creatures that have bellied up before, historically.
The worst case for a spell like that would be an epidemic. Because you'd be grabbing the entire popular, well, a good chunk of it and bringing it in.
Yeah. Do note that if this spell had to go on for like multiple days, Fawn has to just be awake and concentrating on it at all times. Imperium has to have something right. Imperium is a great example. Imperium is a great threat, right? To anybody, frankly. Shadow says to the bubble. I made it. 12d100 instant energy. Yeah. I don't think I've ever heard of that, Sherbs. Try to use A to actually help them for someone to sit shut. Sit shut is also a really good one. Stitch shut would actually like really, really hurt the spell. Inject pure caffeine. Okay. I think that's enough on that one.
That is a fun spell, though.
It is. I'm very happy with it. Favorite in development nations from the conquest thingy. I've seen a lot of is it Xanatol? I hope I got that. ARG means Argentina. I love your name, Titanism. I appreciate it. That's pretty solid. That is what it means. That's what we're arguing about.
Yes.
Fawn just sits in the torture chamber and concentrates for a long time. Yeah, indeed. Indeedly do. Zolotlin. Okay, yes. Zolotlin I know a lot about. Hopefully I'm getting that correct. Which is the Payan version of Nicaragua. Which is, like, roughly right here. I'm pointing roughly. By the way, the Conquest.
I'm 90%
is the,
sure that was
series
spelled
of fictional
wrong.
Areas based on real-life geography, of Payan geography.
Over
which is
his
the same
head.
thing. Where people state their own claims and come up with societies that take up the clear portions of the world map. What else have I seen? I've seen that South Africa is being taken up, but I haven't heard a lot about it. I saw that Antarctica was being taken up, but I haven't seen a lot about it. Greenland, Iceland, same story. I see people staking claims in Japan. I think I know the most and I've heard the most. I know about the geniocracy that, in, like, the Quebec area. It's gotta be between one of those two, I think. Those are the two that I know the most about. I have not seen Tenjoy yet, no.
Who's claiming what?
What? Well, Blue God is already inside the bubble. Yellow God turns into the entire bubble into a sacrifice circle. Red God calmly walks through the orange God. Your fire does not stop my nuclear bomb. Purple God, damage me? No. God, dude. Trank right now is talking about the I think they're called domain specialist talents, which are AG2 shenanigans that you need to be like level like 500 to 1,000 to get. Explaining what? Go into Conquest in the favored server. Chat, if you are interested, you can go !favored. Yes, this is the everything is canon meme coming to fruition. So if you go into the favored server, which is this one right here that I'm linking right now, you can go into writing in fanfiction, I believe it is. Mm-hmm. There's a thread called Conquest, and there is a world map, like a public world map that anybody can access, where they can stake claims in what they want to design for the Mirror Myth universe, specifically the Utopia timeline. It's not immediately, like, rasterized until it's published somewhere, but the idea is that people are purposefully taking up places that they don't want to contest other people for.
I think it'll be a lot of fun at some point when there is actual contesting over land.
Yeah, and then that turns into war.
Yeah, and actual, like role-playing actual conquest in world would be a lot of fun.
What happens when we run out of land, chat? Then what happens?
We conquer the moon!
We conquer the moon! Oh, they already did that.
Oh. We conquer a new moon!
We conquer a different moon! Oh, and you have Colorado, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's the plan with that, out of curiosity?
Okay, unironically wanted it to be ran by a single person.
I'm calling dibs on half of IT.
Cloned himself, like, infinitely to help run the place.
Wait, is
At
it
Nebula
just like a
_ Cole, we take the moon and we take the sun.
Utopia, but the Risk version? We take the moon. We take the moon, and we take the sun.
How does one conquer and do what?
And we take the sun.
Yeah, and the other one that I claimed, up towards Michigan.
Can I claim the water?
Is the escapees.
Of the Colorado place?
Yeah.
That's actually so funny. I wish you would have done something with Michigan and Wisconsin, since they hate each other. Go take up Wisconsin.
Maybe it'll be the third set of clones.
There's like 2 refugee
At
camps.
Tranquilityle, it's going to be very hard for us to canonize something without an easy way to understand what it's about.
Yeah,
but a
they're
campaign
like
is a good resource to help it out for sure.
And it's like kind of like a Pepsi versus Cola, even though they're owned by the same dude.
Correct. Yeah. They have to go back to the original Coloradan clones to get help with the war.
This is funny. If you guys are interested in does ARG mean automatic response generator? Yep, that's it. I feel like we've built that before, actually.
Have we?
I feel like we've done something like that.
Maybe?
Something similar, if
Maybe,
not.
yeah.
Can I claim the sky and make a floating country? You can attempt to. Again, so the rule is, right, the bigger the piece you put down, the harder it is to fit somewhere, right? So you guys can write whatever you want. If you say, I want to canonize a character that is 14,000 years old, it's really hard to slot them in anywhere because that's like a historical document and a legend that would have been known by like thousands of people at this point that would have shaped history. And history has not been shaped that way. Oh, I forgot you guys could hear chatbot this whole time. We can't hear chatbot, so we're blind to it. But I'll turn them off right now because apparently it's getting out of hand. There we go. Night, chatbot. So the bigger pieces, I drew the ruler of my conquest. It's a jaguar beast mutant. Oh, sick. Oh, that's awesome. I presume that we're talking over it a ton. I assume is what's happening.
Yeah.
Again, I can't hear it, so I don't know.
You really should have a gunshot sound effect for when you turn off chatbot.
God damn it, like Doug?
Yeah.
Yes! That's so funny. Look at the Tenjoy teaser? Okay. I will take a peek, see, when I get a chance.
We did.
Turn off Ori then? Not again, chat. Not again. Hey, do you have that gunshot sound? But, oh no, I do remember hearing about Tenjoy. Okay, I know. Yep, rule 1, rank is law. Yep, okay, I remember this. And I know where it's at, too. That's in Vegas, isn't it? Yep. If you don't gotta know and you ain't supposed to know, then you don't want to know. Yep, that's it. Always tip the dealer. That one's self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Yep, that's Vegas. Yep. It reminds me of, that was kind of like the similar inspiration behind Etsin. I'm sure at least some of you remember what Etsin is, right? It's in Chimeros. So no, I like a lot of stuff that people have done. The TLDR, if you don't know what Conquest is, it's not really the topic of today's conversation, so you can go into the favorite server, do !favorite, go into writing inlet or into the general chat and say, hey, how do I start Conquest? Yeah. And they'll walk you through it. They'll tell you what to do, right? And this is for actual, utopian canon, right? Like, everything is canon, join the narrative are very, very serious topics. So if you guys want to write something to add to the universe, then this is kind of your application. Anyways. To the next one.
That was a lot of fun, though. I like the idea of the conquest a lot.
Are we completing the mystery at the pace that you thought we would so far? Honestly, I've been surprised both ways, I think. I think I expected you guys to go slower than you did in the beginning and faster than you are now in kind of a way. But I also know that it takes time for people to, like, wake up. It's usually around stream time that the highest number of people are active, right? So, like, right now is when the highest number of people are active. So that's really the time to gauge how fast we're moving. You know what I mean? But in my experience, I got a little bit intimidated when it first happened, because I was like, okay, you're not like going like fast, but you're going faster than I originally intended you to. But also knowing that, like, when we say 4 out of 12, note, one of those was basic calculus. So, like, I'm not gonna say 3 out of 11, but it's like kind of 3 out of 11.
I'm pretty sure in the same day we both said, wow, they're going pretty fast, and wow, they really...
Yeah, I think they hit a wall.
Yeah.
I think that's a big hill.
Probably
We're like 5 out of 25, yeah, something like that.
Probably only 12 hours apart, too.
Mm-hmm. Because you guys cranked through a couple of them. And, like, the easy ones, like, I was very surprised by, like, how difficult the easy ones came across. Like, you guys got hard ones before you got some of the easy ones, which, may I say, this community is so funny in the way that they work, dude. I swear, dude, I'll have, like, a 4 times ciphered, you know, like backwards, upside down, spectrogram in reverse, you know what I mean? You have to go through, like, these 26 hoops and flaming hoops for, and the community will be like, beep boop bop, got it. That was easy. You should try something harder. And I'll be like, this is an anagram. And they're like, ah! What do we do? I put it through so many ciphers. And I'm like, God, this is an anagram.
My favorite moment so far was the Mirrormouth Vault VC moment. Yeah, we never seen that many people in one
That
VC.
was so funny, dude. I took so many screenshots of that.
Yeah.
It was so funny. So, chat, spoiler alert. Hands up for spoiler alert. If you're trying to solve the mystery by yourself or solo, this is your spoiler warning. For one of them, they learned... So it was Kant that figured out that when you ping a very specific account, you get a response that says, this only works in a VC, essentially, right? And they went, no fucking way. And we watched as, like, dozens of people all crowded into the same VC. And when they pinged it, it sent an automated response, but it was like a really hard to understand automated response. So everybody went quiet, and we just had like 26 beady eyes, and no one said a word. Everyone's muted. Nobody said anything. They're all just sitting there. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep. What is... Shut up!
Correct.
Beep, beep, beep.
Oh, I tried so hard
So
not to
funny.
interrupt that.
It was so funny.
I wanted to so bad.
I just love the idea of someone like because you had to do like 6 of them in a very specific order. And I was waiting for like to be on the 5th one, and someone goes beep boop. So what are we doing? And everyone's like, mother.
That's exactly what I wanted to too. I wanted to say, what are we doing? Hey guys,
It
how's
would
it
be
going?
so funny, dude. Rather rudely interrupting me and Prime and Hill's party for that record. Yes, that was obviously a spectrogram. I knew you guys were gonna figure out it was a spectrogram. It's not hard to. What else is gonna mean, right?
Damn, that was impressive. Actually.
Me when I put that through a spectrogram. I've been practicing that actually. That was spectrogram right there. I say with music in the background.
Probably listened to it 17,000 times.
Did we just guess the order? Chet, I want to tell you something really funny. Because you guys got out scot-fucking-free with that. Because when you guys pinged all of them, it did not go in the order that you pinged them in. It reordered itself. I'm so mad. You guys got that for free, dude. You guys got... Everybody was wrong about the ordering. Like, so many people were talking about the ordering, and so many of them got it wrong. But it did not ping in the order that you pinged it in. But because it was all in one message, it reordered itself.
Yeah, exactly. And that's my fault for coding it that way. Because I wrote them down in chronological order in the bot. So it caught them in order.
Yep.
And I genuinely didn't think to have a return statement because I didn't think people would ping multiple in one go, and that's, you know what? It did, yeah.
I know you said it backwards. I mean, a handful of people did say the correct order, but it was in soup of like so many orders that were wrong. The first time that you sent timeline order, I know it was backwards. Yeah, no, it was so funny, dude. I was so mad because someone just took the entire spectrogram data, and I was like, oh, I wonder what this is, and I decoded it and was like, this is just correct, motherfucker, dude. This is just right. That's how I order them backwards. Oh, I understand. Okay, heard. Yeah. You did definitely know that. I think that there was a number of people. It would have probably caught less attentions if people had to figure it out that way. And there's also just more room for error once you have to do so many things. It's more of a delay than it is like you wouldn't have gotten there. You definitely would have gotten there at some point. But that is just saying. I was like so fucked up because I took what somebody else sent as a spectrogram and I decoded it properly. So there was just a misinterpretation with one of them because when I decoded it, it was all correct. And again, that was me eyeballing it off of somebody else's spectrogram. So it definitely worked.
Yeah, it's a lot harder to estimate user shenanigans when it's for an ARG.
Mm-hmm. Treg, I used your spectrogram, in fact. I used your spectrogram. I did it. No, it wasn't for me. I typed it by eyeballing it. What the spectrogram that you sent, I eyeballed it, put it into a decoder, and it worked. And it got massive subject rather than what you reported back. So I don't know where the misinterpretation happened, but we got something different from each other.
Show me your spec.
Spec? Oh. We have tested a few of these before. We have definitely tested a few of these before. I'm very sad. I'm sure a lot of people who are in this chat right now remember the math problem. Volt, do you know that I fucked up the math for that one? I had to go back and correct it.
I did see that.
I was so mad, dude. I was just like, motherfucker. I was so pissed. I was like, man, everything was fine up until till the Fire Nation attacked. It was a unit fuck up too. It was mostly units. Like the math was fine, may I say. It was the wrong units that were the problem, and then made everything not work. Until the Math Nation attacked.
That's the same thing that caused space shuttle to explode.
Kinda, yeah. Pretty close, yeah. How long has the Warden's personality been established, and how did it get established? Her personality is iconic, and I quite enjoy it. We've known what the Warden's personality is for a lot longer. The Warden's personality was established when the basement was made. So for the veterans in chat, you remember when the basement was made? That's when the Warden was adapted her personality. You've seen the Warden's, speech style, right?
Yeah.
She's like, do this. This is exactly how it goes. Don't do it wrong, and please, for the love of God, don't fucking talk to me ever again. Everything was fine until Imperium attacked. Exactly. The 4-minute video that VC in a state I can send on Discord, real. I don't know how many of you remember. Sounds like a burb. Oh my god, that's so terrible. I don't remember if you guys remember the semi-corporeal jokes. There was a stream where the basement was designed. The warden is the most conductor person ever, and I love her. It's really funny, actually. Her archetype is known, so I don't know how many people have figured out the pattern when it comes to archetypes and the W's, but funny question about that. Is the warden the type to just long sigh? Fine. A little less casual than that, I would say, for the warden specifically. Maybe it's me. But if there was a stream where the basement was first designed, where we're like, oh, what if we had this, like, funny thing, right? Because the meme that every streamer has is, you know, chat's trapped in the basement, so on and so on. So we're like, what if we had this, like, a basement thing, right? And we just started lapping out responses. And it was, like, such a big stream for the time, dude. Like, chat was going super, super active at the time. They were, like, freaking out. They're like, what if we had this? What if we had this? There's so many inside jokes in the basement, right? And then there's the whole, like, semi-corporeal joke that had to do with the warden. Super, super funny. Correction, long exhale. I think a little bit more, like, aggravated, but yes, it sounds like the warden has a don't rearrange my pencils OCD. Yeah, I think that's a good way to say that, actually. The warden has a very pertinent role, I will say. The warden will matter to you guys. If you guys fall down the rabbit hole deep enough, the warden will matter a lot to you guys. Ads up. Hands up for ads up, chat. Is warden purple root? Crazy. Chat, we take a moment to breathe. The ads.
No, I don't want to.
I'm gonna look at the next question until the roller coaster ad nation attacked. Shit. Excellent. How to breathe 101.
Hello?
It's me. Chat, you guys can go to YouTube if you want to ignore the ads. Just so you know. Just a heads up. Hi, Pep.
Hi.
Where was Query's name hidden in the first place, and where did Oribot come from in that case? Interesting. This one has a lot of history to it, actually. I'm going to answer this one after.
I haven't had those. Are those any good?
Try it. I love these.
Orange cream.
Will you be turning commands back on while you're offline in your stream? What, are my commands not good enough for you, Zero? Is that what it is?
Oh.
They're really good. I love them.
That's dangerous, actually. I would drink multiple of those.
Yeah, no, it's a problem. YouTube is an illusion, indeed. Chat, for the people who are suffering from ads right now, you guys are able to go to YouTube. We're streaming on the Ori Don't channel. So if you guys want to avoid the ads on Twitch, you guys can swap back and forth as necessary if you'd like. You just need to fix your YouTube title. Yes, of course. No, we're gonna leave it. We're totally leaving it. I'll fix it once the VOD's out. I'll go fix the VOD so that you guys look crazy. But
this title was fixed in the Twitch version.
Exactly. You know, if you know like ads, YouTube stream. Indeed, Chad, indeed. You can YouTube stream. The question is, I'm gonna go back to the question real quick. Why was Query's name hidden in the first place, and where did Oribot come from in that case? So Oribot was the name for a while, and the genuine, like, less esoteric answer is that I don't want me to be plastered all over these characters, right? Like, I know that a lot of people know where they came from by root, right? And I know that a lot of people know that, but I don't want to be the defining feature of them. And having... Technically, it's not my name, but we all know that at some point it just roots back to my name really, really well. And also is the only one that broke the pattern, right? Where it's just like you have like Orion, which I know also breaks the pattern, but that one kind of gets away with it on purpose. Orion, Tori, Ari, Ollie, Oki, Frankie even, and you have Oribot. Get out of here. But the reason why the name was obscured is mostly for fun, and the actual way that you guys were supposed to learn it was not to the way that you learned it. I know that it was very anticlimactic, and I cannot tell you the way that you're supposed to learn it, so we'll get around to that at some point, and one day I'll be able to talk shop with you about that. Yeah, the pattern is so much nicer with it being Query. Yes, now it's Tori, Query, Ollie, Oki, Orion, Ari. What am I watching? What's up? Welcome in, welcome in. We are talking about the difference between ARGs, answering some questions from chat, and talking about the mystery event going on in the Mirror Myth community right now.
Yeah, it feels a lot better as Query.
We're going to be talking about a lot of stuff that's going to be super discontextual if you haven't heard it yet. There will be a video that comes out in due time that kind of is a little bit of an introduction to a lot of this. Welcome in indeed. Query has reasserted their place as my favorite clone. Amazing. Query is such a better name in my opinion, dude. I love the name Query so much. And double entendre, right? Like that double meaning is so perfect, dude. It's so funny. Chat, for anyone who doesn't know, Query is a robot. It's the way it's supposed to be that way. Who had the epiphany on Query? It was like a whole think tank moment. We had to sit down and think about it for sure. I don't remember who did. I want to say that I did, but I like taking credit for everything, so take a long time to grow accustomed to Query and not worry about, but it really sounds like an actual name. Dude, I will tell you guys now, I said Query so many times when I would name off the clones. I'll be like, oh, there was a point where I was talking about a railgun that fires Tori out, where we're making a joke about the Satisfactory, where Tori's like, oh, I'm gonna get over there, and she goes, don't worry, I set up a mattress, right? And then they fire out of a railgun, and she smacks the wall, and then lands on the mattress from like a kilometer away, and she's like, got it! And it was like, I literally said, what if Query built a railgun that shot Tori out? Yeah, I said, what if Query built that? And no one said a word. I was just like, I'm just gonna continue on the conversation like nothing happened.
I'm pretty sure it got leaked on the website too for a brief moment.
I forgot about that. Dude, it was everywhere. It's so crazy how we can leave funny little hints for the community and be like, oh, hey, look at this. Oh, look at this. Look at the little breadcrumbs. Look at that. And nobody picks it up. Like, we say it broad daylight in front of everybody, and they don't pick it up. And we're like, oh, shit, we just messed this up. There's a typo on the website. We'll just change it, like, in the middle of break week when nobody's knowing. They're like, hey, by the way, the website was wrong. We're like, what do you mean? How did you find that? Why didn't you find the normal shit?
Yep.
Pitch, come here. You're in the box. It's so funny. You guys are so funny. Oh, I'm sorry, Pet. I bunked your booty. Hello. I heard Ari too. That's so funny. Your brain's just corrected it. Yeah, because Ari could build a railgun. Things that easily when they are hard. We only get to things easily when they are hard, of course. You guys are so smart, and that's the hard part, is that I can put like the most ridiculous shit in front of you. I could put, like I said, like a 6-layered cipher that's like behind like these various walls of text that are only in the source code that you have to put through a spectrogram that goes through a URL that goes through a reverse spectrogram that goes through 4 more ciphers. You guys would catch it in 4 hours. It would not last for 4 hours even. Like, it would not last any amount of time, but I'm like, anagram, and everyone's just like, I wonder what kind of cipher this is. And it takes, you guys didn't figure out, the anagram didn't get solved for 24 hours. Right? I don't know, man. Or he needs things hidden in plain sight that are easy but made to look hard. It's kind of funny. It is kind of funny. It's actually really hilarious. I actually adore the way that you guys work. I adore all the various puzzles and things like that. We are too smart is the problem. If it isn't hard, we will make it hard.
That's so true.
No, it is actually really funny. I love doing it. I love interacting with this community. It's so fun. And like, honestly, there's like an entire skill set to learning how to obscure information against people who are so good at de-obfuscating. Because like, it's so sketchy to just leave something in plain sight. But a lot of times, if we don't want it to be solved, we need to do that. Because that's where it gets missed most often. It's weird. I'm just stupid, I swear. Me fucking too, dude. Kidney is like a smooth muscle. It pushes back the more it's pushed, but it's relaxed without force applied. I would say, yeah, that makes a lot. That's actually a really good analogy, frankly. You guys are just oobleck. You guys are a non-Newtonian fluid. Ah, Jesus said the same thing. That's so funny. To random stuff at the wall and be like, is this related, like a butterfly meme? Cancerum, you actually have done like some, like, so many people who are like talking like, oh, you know, I don't do anything, I can't solve anything. You guys have managed to uncover such important pieces of information because a lot of the puzzles are just figure out where you need to go, right? Like, there's a slot. It's not about solving. There's a little bit of a scavenger hunt, right? Like, the pieces are dotted around. You need to go find them. And sometimes it just takes a little bit of work and a few hands to do that. And people have been doing that. They've caught little details that have been missed and would make the puzzle almost impossible to solve if they didn't find it. And a lot of these people are like, oh, I can't solve anything. Or like, they have been crucial to this. There are more that I can't describe right now because you guys haven't gotten all the way to the end to everything. But like, there are people, I promise you, you think you haven't done anything, you have.
Yep. And it's because you're not overthinking it.
Yeah. Fuck does the 2 of spades have to do with anything? Anyways. Not restart. Next question, chat. Give me just a second.
Really helped with MA that's been stuck since the start. I mean, it happens, and that's what's fun about a lot of different hints and a lot of different puzzles is that people can work on them piecemeal.
I'm just gonna remove this question because it's very close to the last one. It's a very quick answer. Oribot and Query are functionally the same person. Oribot's name was never Query. I'm sorry, correction. Query's name was never Oribot. That was our nomenclature for it. So consider it a retcon. However, Oribot, the name actually came because that was the name of the original Discord bot for the Firekeeper server, may I say. And then it stuck for the Oriverse server once, before it was even named the Oriverse. Oribot 9000 was the name of the bot. And then it got moved to SmexyBot, which is from a person named Smexy.
We figured that one out.
A retcon in my mirror myth? Crazy. Chad, do you know how retcons work? Retcons are a canon event. It's called unraveling. So, let me correct myself. Consider it unraveled. "30-second break to think about Tori." Okay, I'm setting a 30-second timer. We're not allowed to talk during that time. I might as well play an ad while we're doing this so that you guys can not have to suffer through this. Where is it? Alright, chat. 30 seconds to think about Tori in silence. God, not talking for that long is really hard. Everybody's surprised when I say that. Retcon is canon in the mirror myth. Chad, don't make jokes like that. You know what happens. I can't deal with this shit, dude. Does Frankie's name stand for French and kinky? If not, why?
If not, why?
French kinky. No, Frankie's name was based on freaky. Thank you, though. There was a Splatfest today, but it's not letting me play because I only have a single Joy-Con. Ew, unfortunate. Just play with one Joy-Con. Easy peasy. Obviously, there's no downside to that. French kinky. Fuck. Do you guys imagine Frankie to be French? Is that what we're assuming here?
That was definitely the safer place to take that argument.
Yeah, definitely. What happened at the Mocha Shot Cafe? I see the assumed blood. What went down?
It's in the name.
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty cut and dry. Rain, how much can we talk about that? Because I feel like we've had this conversation before. I feel like we've talked about this, and I don't, like, people aren't, maybe it was just in, like, a super brief, like, one question on a yapping stream some time ago, but I feel like we talked about this at some point. I'm surprised nobody knows. Do you know? I maybe briefly.
Yeah, I was about to say maybe a little.
It's a totally normal cafe. We have not talked about it, I don't think. Okay, well, it's up to you and about how much you want to talk about it. I'll give you one hint, chat. I'll give you one hint. They sell more than coffee. Alright, on to the next question.
Ori having a keyboard in front of uses phone.
Yes. This is so much more relaxing.
I mean, I'll give you that.
When is Mirror Meet? Alright, next question. It was. You guys missed it. You guys weren't there for the... What the fuck? It just happened here. What? Oh, there we go. You guys missed it. There were like 28 people in a VC. That was Mirror Meet.
Should have been there. It was a good time. We had a really good time.
Yeah, there was this one dude who was in the VC who was like... It's crazy.
Yeah.
What do you mean there? You were there, Hale!
Yeah, come on. You were.
If you, being there makes you important, that means that Hale just sorry. Correction. Plausible deniability.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Well, Hale hosted the whole thing, right?
I'm pretty sure that.
Yeah.
Oh, Hale, your plausible deniability, it melts in front of us. Hale recorded, yes. Oh, Hale recorded it!
Yeah.
Anyways. I actually don't know what to add to the what the fuck is Honduras, dog. Does not wish to meet me since I was invited for part of it. You were invited, you just didn't come. Actually, you did come, you just came at the end. Who the fuck pins receipts to a table with a utility knife? You know.
Normal people.
Normal people. They're not weird, you're weird, chat. Probably catmates, if I had to guess.
It's always the catmaids.
It's always the catmates.
Or the furries.
You're right. How does the warden access us enough to clone us? Simulative technology? It's kind of their strong suit. Predictive matrix, something.
I mean, you asked the question, so you're already part of it.
There's more ways to invite people than a Discord ping. I would hazard to argue. I mean, the basement. Yeah. What is the basement, chat? What is the basement? Like, what do you find in the basement? Like, I think there's a lot of ways.
God, everyone...
They have us in the basement? Yeah, exactly.
It was so annoying. Everyone was running around screaming, trying to escape, banging their heads into the walls. It gave me such a headache.
I tripped on Sage's nickels.
Ugh, it's nickels.
Fucking nickels. I said the most important, not at Mirror Meet, was before you said that the VC was. So you said, in order to be important, I must blank, and then blank happened in front of your eyes, is what you're saying. Here is an age-long refill of water. Oh my god, the water. Oh my god, cancer in the water. That fell in reverse. Is the warden a warden? Chat, this is kind of a layered question, and if you're really deep in the rabbit hole, you know exactly what this means, but you have to be deep in the lore and mechanical rabbit hole. The answer is yes. In fact, I actually said this on a previous one when I talked about how I don't like to layer names, right? Like, I don't like to reuse names unless they are true in the same context.
Yep.
So this was very intentional when we did this. The warden is a warden.
There's an actual term for it. Name something where your name is what you become, but it's in this sense the opposite.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm trying to think. That sounds really familiar, but I don't know if you're talking about like a phenomenon or is this from a piece of media?
I mean, it's a phenomenon, but it has a real...
Heard. Yes, the warden knows backhand. Indeed. Chat, when we say warden, we're talking about... Hold on, I have a copy of it now.
I'm gonna look it up while he's doing that.
A moment of silence for the warden backhanding.
I have 1% battery.
Oh my god, dude, charge your phone. This is what we're talking about, chat. This is the AG1, or the Adventurer's Guide, which is the first expansion of Utopia. This is a prototype copy. Warden is one of the disciplines. So the Warden does have Warden abilities. One of those abilities is called Backhand. It's a very popular ability because it's literally you take damage and then you backhand it back at them.
Nominative determinism.
Oh god. I see the problem.
Nominative determinism.
Nominative determinism. Interesting. When you take the block action against an attack, you may spend an interrupt action to deal the prevented damage to the attacking creature. Yes. It might be different from that now, because that would include things like immunities, but yes. Pious the campaign series, if that isn't clear. Yes. That I actually adhere to is being in Pious. Hale, I feel like you're setting yourself up here. I'm gonna be so real with you. In fact, that kind of... Okay, you know, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna leave Hale with plausible deniability. You're gonna need to come up with better cases, I think. Don't worry about it. You can tell Volt isn't big on humanities.
I really love discussing, like, psychology and socioeconomics. That doesn't mean I can pronounce things.
Okay, next question. Am I allowed to ask why Hyperion isn't represented in the send of condiments? I presume that
Documents.
Coduments is funny. Yeah, documents. It's like it's spoonerized inside the same word. If yes, then why isn't Hyperion represented in the set of documents? I had to think for a second. There's multiple timelines, I think, at least, that aren't.
Call of Duty.
No, I think Hyperion might be the only one. Is Hyperion the only one? I don't know if I can answer that anyways. The answer, regardless, is that it's arbitrary. Should have never said that, but honestly, they already knew, so it doesn't really matter now. Lack of characters, that is a big problem. Yeah, that is a big problem. Call of Duty mints. Do we know their studies? My guess is survival for meditation. I bet they hate sleeping and dismissal because fuck you. That would make sense. That would make a lot of sense. I could imagine what their studies are in my head right now. I'm not gonna say them though. Oh, you must be better. Just don't mention things and people will stop caring, like me. Nobody tries to force me into being important because I'm not constantly going around saying usually. What do you mean, Zero? I do that all the time to you. Your tactics suck. I invite you to like everything that happens. There was a period of time where I just assumed you were going to be at everything because you just were. So, yeah. Yes, you say, like a liar. I mean, zero plausible deniability. You know. There's 5. Worldless Perfection, Revelations, Dystopia, each have 1. Interesting. N.X0, what? Is Warden another muscle mom or just like Warden in the lore? You guys will have your own chance to interpret that in the future. I've invited you to nothing in recent history. Thumb up. Sure thing. No, you guys both have plausible deniability. You guys both have plenty of plausible deny. Yeah. Next question.
Moving on.
Moving on. Finland and or Denmark part of Shiet? Yes. I think both are, if I remember correctly. Hold on.
Oh wait, I can't.
I think Denmark got avoided.
Understandable.
Get heck, Denmark. That's Japan.
I don't know enough about Denmark.
I don't either. Is that... Oh, no, Denmark's on here. Yeah, no, Denmark is... Oh, shit. Actually, Denmark is Grimdar. I didn't even realize that. That's really funny. Yeah, no, Finland, Sweden, and Norway are pretty much Shiet. Like, it's not exact borders, but it's pretty close. Denmark and Germany are both Grimdar, actually. Didn't realize that. Whoopsies. Sorry, Denmark. It's a terrible place to be. Yes, it is. That was not on purpose, either. This is really funny. Anyways, next question. Good question, but next question. No, Finland is taken. Finland is taken. Finland and Denmark are both taken by actual canonized areas. Are we in a petri dish? I'm gonna go to the next question. You guys don't have the means to answer that yet. N.X0. I presume that this is based on something, but I frankly don't know what it's referencing. Zero, I think that your definition for invited is rigid and dynamic enough to be moved to benefit your case. Which means I don't think it's that worth arguing. So... My best guess for Zor? Just wanted to steal your reaction? Okay, heard. Understandable.
You know, not the worst attempt.
I don't fully know. I don't even know what that's referencing.
Okay.
How would the warden respond to an unsolicited pencil sharpening, which I guess is now canon? Chat, to put it in perspective, the way that the warden reacts to things, there's kind of a running joke that the warden has a minimum level of humor and atmosphere that she adheres to with, like, a super deadpan straight face itinerary, right? Like, she is, like, the most, like, hyper scheduled person in Mirror Myth, like point blank, right? So there's like a minimum amount of fun things that have to happen. So like she'll like walk up and she'll put a bow on something because it doesn't meet the minimum threshold of entertainment. The warden has everything down to a T. Like, you don't fuck up the warden shit. But it's funny because she's like not that reactive because she's so good at fixing things that you have to actually do something outside of her control to finesse her in some way. You know what I mean? It's really funny. Had the cafe question been answered? Yes, it has. The warden is really funny, dude. I love the warden a lot. The warden is really funny. And the warden and Query being next to each other is also really funny because Query's really good at doing things exactly the way that you described, but never the way that you intended. I love them as a pairing, dude. It's so funny. There will be points in the future where you guys will actually get to see them interact. And I'm very excited for that. Okay, the warden has moved up several spaces in my character rankings. We've made a joke. That we want to watch the warden purple Ari, and Ari goes, "Is that how you guys feel?" Oh my god. It's so funny, dude. So, Query is a genie, not necessarily a malicious one, but certainly a trickster one. Really funny that you say that, because there's like a double entendre there. I want the warden to purple Ari too now. There was also a joke that I made that Ari would like leave all the clones in his face, and Ari would be like, "While I'm gone, the warden's in charge." And everyone's like, "We're in the wrong fucking timeline for that." And she's like, "I don't give a fuck. The warden's in charge." And then she leaves and she comes back and she's like, "What went wrong? Why is everything clean?" And then she just gets a message from the warden that says heart. like the warden did it. The warden somehow managed to keep everything clean and everything's in tip-top shape because the warden just does not fuck up. Like if the warden is actually correctly contracted to do something, it will happen. That's like kind of the meme. The warden is like the purple squirrel girl. All right, what's the next question? What are your thoughts on the most interesting unclaimed parts of the favored map? The unclaimed parts? I'm waiting for someone to take China, to be honest. So one of the things that we try to do when it comes to creating areas for the Mirror Myth, right, is we want to use some amount of culture, some amount of mythology, some amount of something about that area, even if it's something as dumb as like Michigan and Wisconsin hate each other, right, like as a joke. So like we try to take and interlace like actual pop culture or feuds or ancient culture or mythology into it. And I feel like China is one of those places that's really rich with that, right? Like there's like a ton of culture to take from, a lot of history, a lot to pull from. But it's going to be so hard to do right. You know what I mean? It's going to be hard to do it justice. China, I think, has a high chance of getting cut up into like 5 or 6 pieces or something like that. Because, like, I mean, a lot of Chinese history has been broken dynasties and things like that. But I think that it's going to be really interesting to see what people do with that. No, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of places with very dense and valuable culture. China is one that I'm aware of that I could think of like immediately being a large area, big enough that a ton of people could share it together. Has a lot of interaction with other territories because, you know, China at one point was the owner, I guess, was a part of Japan. You know, Japanese culture comes from China. Yeah. So assumingly, you know, that's going to be the historical denominator for whatever the Japanese location is. Was broken up in its own history, so it makes the most sense that it's conquested by so many people or some number of people. But also it's just super rich and dense. And also very contrasting to everything that Mirror Myth is so far, right? Like, most of the dragons in Mirror Myth are very very Western coded, right? That's true. A lot of what we do very much immediately contradicts what a lot of Eastern culture showcases. So it's going to be really cool to see how they manage to, like, whoever takes that, how they manage to actually, like, interlace the genuine traditions that come with that in a meaningful way.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a lot of fun, too. And Russia, too. There's a lot of culture there that I think will be really interesting to explore.
Oh, yeah. To quote Bill Words, China is whole again, then it broke again. This is what should happen to Fantasy China. People have been trying to unify it forever. Indeed. And I like that. I think that should be brought to the table when it comes to Conquest. I want to see more genuine paranormal things happen in the Mirror Myth. Interesting. Can you describe what you mean by that? I want to see more cryptids in the Mirror Myth.
Yeah, me too. I think it'd be really fun.
I think it'd be fun. to be ignored. Stream 30 was the archipelago stream. It was the last time I recall being told about and invited to a thing on stream. I'm fine with accepting a different example if you have one. I mean, first of all, even later than that, we just played Gamble with friends, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Just as one small example. Surely you're not GMing anything, right? You're not gonna be GMing any Utopia sessions soon or anything like that. You would never do that. Once I get Japan/Korea going, this one takes to China might have the east coast of it. This is one of the big things, right? Like, we talked about, like, what it takes to get canonized. Not only does it have to be a published work, it also has to be accepted. It has to fit in with all the other things, right? Yada, yada. That's one thing, is that if you take these very culturally rich areas, then you're gonna be fighting a much more uphill battle, right? Because, like, there's a lot that you can do with it. It needs to be meaningful. You know what I mean? Because we don't want to waste, like, you know, let's say that I want to build, like, a standard high fantasy world, right? We're not gonna let you take Japan with that. You know what I mean?
Right.
We're not gonna hand you Western fiction and just slot it into Japan, right? Like, that's just gonna fuck the whole thing up. Like, you're eating very valuable narrative real estate by doing that. Not to say that anybody can't or hasn't yet, obviously. That's just more so giving an example. It'll just take a while. It should.
Hands up for hands up.
Speaking of cryptids, they say, I'm scared. I also need to pee. But we know it's the Shadow Realm. What the fuck? I'm gonna go pee.
Yeah, I was about to say, because I have to pee too after you're done.
Okay.
I'll try and entertain.
Thanks.
Brazil does have some very cool stuff. Definitely curses.
Rain, replace me.
I'm not. It does. Is Brazil one of the countries that practices voodoo? I'll be honest, I don't know enough about Brazilian culture.
I'm told to be here.
Hello.
Hello. I'm replacing Ori. What's Oh man, chat is in a really awkward place. Oh, I can read that one.
Yeah, I've been staring at this in the corner.
There's so many options.
Oh, right?
I was told to talk about Brazil.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Does Brazil practice voodoo? I don't know.
Like, genuinely or in Utopia? I don't know. Thanks. Brazil. So Brazil, the region of Brazil is called Canopy, and quick overview for what vibes that is it's like, it's not a very, like, what is the word like, technologically advanced. Like, they rely a lot on kind of like living off of the land type things, and they're kind of broken up into like 7 tribes groups, and they have a bunch of curses different than like Grimdar curses, because Grimdar curses like really fuck you up, whereas Canopy curses kind of, like, they definitely fuck you up, but Canopy has been dealing with them so long, and they follow a really succinct set of rules to the point that they've kind of learned how to utilize those in ways that are actually helpful to them, rather than, you know, suffering forever under existential chaos and destruction like Grimdar has.
Wait, where did Ori go? Out the window.
He's gone.
Yep, forever.
Are you done? Okay. What else do you want?
Do you want to answer the next question?
I can answer this, sure. I don't know how to bring it up.
I got it.
Okay.
Ring, or Ori can do it.
I'm gonna remove the question.
New dating system in dystopia? I'm so glad you
I'm
got
the
this
one
question.
that asked that question.
Well, then answer it.
There's a new dating system, and I didn't know how much you wanted to give away about this.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Dating. Oh, you mean time?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant like a dating sim.
No!
Okay. So go ahead and talk about it.
I meant that on the document, it says like 7th year of the academy or some shit. Ori's stupid. Ori is stupid. A 31-second break. That's gonna be fun. I also thought dating system. No, not romance dating. Like time. Oh,
Yeah, tell us about Dystopia's unique romance system.
So specifically, what they do is they take people that will only ever be terrible and awful together, and they force them in an empty room for a month, to the point that they've trauma bonded so hard that they can't be without each other anymore. And that's it. That's Dystopia's dating system.
I've heard of worse ideas. Hi, Riggs.
Hi, Riggs. I'll be gone soon, I promise.
Ed Sheeran is one thing. I don't know about the other one.
I'll shoot my shot with Ari and die trying. That is probably what would happen, but I would join you.
I did not read Moonchi. I had to read that 3 times. It did not process.
Hello.
Come here. Did we actually? Are we not talking about the dating system?
I don't know what Ori wants to reveal about the dating system.
Ori fucked off, so.
I think I can just answer it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's essentially a local. Before they had the current system, which is the Age of the Empowered, or at least the not modern system, but the normal system. Before that happened, which is like where genuine stories take place. Like if you remember, I think one of the short stories says like 3rd year prior. That means like 3 years before the dating system, dating system was made. Before the dating system came out. Shut up. We realized that like it took place in that, and we were like, what is it actually? What is it called? Like what would they have used to mark the year? And we had to figure out something. So that's kind of at the very least a local version of what they used before there was like a standardized thing across all of Paya.
The answer is that I tricked Ray into using the RuneScape dating system.
No.
Yes, tip.
Do they really?
Yes.
Fuck you!
Also, I just want to give a big clap and a half for Dino for coming up with the name for the Hyperion dating system.
Are you coming now?
No.
Why? Get back over here! It's not even mental health break and you're already eating a sandwich?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Priorities.
Priorities.
Priorities. 31-second break for Ori to think about. Okay.
Maybe it is mental health break time, chat.
We're not even 2 hours in.
Are we not?
No.
Oh, I thought it'd been so much longer.
Oh
No.
my god.
All right. Well, enjoy your 31 seconds.
I have a constantly reprocking aura that slows down time. Yeah.
Ori would be fine with or without a sandwich right now. He just wants a sandwich. We had
Sandwiches are
a
cool.
lot of sushi this morning.
Oh, so good.
We had so much sushi this morning. It was amazing.
I want more sushi. I'm not going to lie. I want more sushi.
No, honestly.
Can and will get sick on sushi multiple times in the same day. Yeah, Ori is outsourcing their stream.
All you can eat sushi?
love all
No,
you can
it
eat
was
sushi.
conveyor belt sushi.
Still just good. Angried. Yes, I agree with that. Please look at hello. Please look at Paya Map to see exactly where Emerald claimed and check if it is okay.
That's not something we can do.
Is it not?
I don't think that's something we can do.
Oh, my
on
phone's
stream.
dead.
You got sushi? I'm sorry, Nats. It was very spur of the moment. Do you want to come and hang out and get more sushi later?
I'm down. That map is not ours. We don't own that map, so don't ask us about it.
Yeah, that's a community map. We don't touch it. We no touchy.
So, Volt, how long have you planned that little visit? That sounds so anger-filled. Why, Ashton? Why are you asking? Why not?
Like tonight, I don't think they're open late enough for tonight.
My time's all fucked. I don't know what time it is anymore. I've given up.
I don't think they're open late enough. But soon, tomorrow.
And then Ori responds.
Yeah. Are they open that late?
Are you streaming or not?
What?
Ori.
Yeah.
I don't think they're open that late.
You may spend 3 turn actions with a number of turn actions by the main time.
I know when they close. Well, they close at normal stream end times. Pass.
No anger, just passive aggressive. Why? Why are you being
Why
passive aggressive to me?
What's wrong with this?
That's so rude.
What
I
an
liked you
upgrade.
too.
Thanks, Trank. I know. I'm so cool.
So mysterious.
I just want to be really sure that it is okay. I don't want to mess anything up.
The-
Not our problem, I guess.
We've said this before. The lines are not like this is the exact borderline. It's very gray area. You're probably fine.
If you nailed a place inside another place, that's still okay in a lot of cases. Just learn the culture of the area.
Oh, thank you, Astro Hunter. I did a territory claim on a small portion of Finland. Do I need to delete it or something since Finland is part of a bigger lore? Well,
Depends on what you're planning on doing with it. If it fits within what Shiet already is, then you're probably fine. If not, then...
Can I shoot my shot with the warden in the dating sim?
Together. You know, there are things that are bound to
It's a
accidentally
typo.
have numbers in different places than what they would be if that form was where it originated from. Sometimes it has a processing error. It happens. All right, it happens. Sometimes when the machine is copy pasting something,
You need to learn
it copy
techno battles
pastes
before
it
we
wrong.
The dev team never messes up, Hale.
Never, not a
Nope.
single time in the never.
No.
What? All right, can I
I
leave
just
now?
want you to know,
No.
when you got on screen, everybody was like, "Yay, Rain's back!"
This is true. Oh, that's not Ori activating that. The dev team never messes up. They just make a scrub subcrux about it.
What does that subcrux look like?
What's the... I forget which cartoon it was, but there was a show where all of the... Chowder? God, I'm really reaching into the recesses of my age, apparently.
Chowder was a great freaking show.
It is so meta, too.
You
I
gotta
love
take
Chowder.
a clone on a date, including Frankie, excluding Oliver. Who do you take on what date and why? I'm taking Tori to, like, McDonald's. She's the type to drag me on an adventure.
That's actually so valid and such a good reason to choose that.
Oh, that's so good. I'm going to assume that this clone is at least vaguely interested in me. Considering the fact that I'm taking them on a date.
Oh, it's not a forced date?
I
It's not pre-set up?
no.
Blind date?
No, because that's just terrible, and then I can't pick any of the ones that wouldn't be interested in me, which is like all of them.
My unironic answer would be Query.
Yeah. I want to date the Witcher.
I think I would take Oki, and like we would originally go to like a normal kind of like bar restaurant, but then I would just let him take me to all of the like cool, like secret, neat, fancy places that you kind of have to know to get into. I think that's what I would do.
That would be fun. Yeah.
I feel like Tori and I would get along very well.
I want you to think about that for a second. Taking Oliver.
You know what?
We're going to a water park. Fuck
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
fuck it,
sorry
why
you
not?
have horrendous taste. That's so funny. That's crazy.
That would be so fun, though.
Oki's hot. You guys are. You haven't seen him do what he can do.
Also, I do love. No, I'm taking Oliver on a play date.
Yeah.
We're going to a water park.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Would that not be so fun?
That would
be
be
really
so fun. I really like the idea that Ollie just like telekinetic forces all of the water in a giant ball over to the kid that's being an asshole and just like.
I like the idea that like you like go down the water slide and then Oki just Oki, damn it, Ollie just flings you back to the top.
Oh, it'd be so fun.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Can you imagine someone's being mean and Ollie just pulls all of the water out of the pool?
Gay baby
Or-
jail, like in the pool.
Ollie casts gay baby jail.
Right as they're going over, like, on, like, a diving board, too. Just rip all the water out. Just hear a kid screaming in the distance.
God damn it. I would honestly hang out with Orion from what I heard of him. I don't know, not even a date, just doing things. Now, I was surprised that didn't pop up more often, honestly. Orion is like the dude to hang out with.
Orion is absolutely the dude to hang out with.
That's a fun question.
Oh, sorry, there's one more question I did miss. Do you guys intend to make some sort of official wiki or collection of information, or will you leave that to the community? Alright, Eco, get on the screen.
With that, so we definitely have plans to make the lore more accessible through a variety of means. It's been an ongoing project for a long time, but we have something in the works that I think will genuinely create a really good jumping on point for people that are looking for a jumping on point. There will still be like a lot to get into from that point on, but I think one of the hardest things right now is that people don't know, like they're like, I want to get into the lore, where do I start? And then the people that know a lot of lore are like, oh my god, where do I start with like teaching it as well, right? So I think that having that point where you can gain a basis of knowledge and then further be like, I want to know more about that, I want to know more about this, and you know, it'll be an easier entryway with the community.
Yeah.
As for a wiki, that is kind of something we're hoping will be a, what is the word I'm looking for? A supported community project. It's not something that we have the time to do. we cannot sit down and write a whole wiki. So we are hoping, and there is talks of work on, we'll just see how far it gets, of there being a group of people that are going to make a wiki with the like team support behind it, so that we can give them the information they need, you know, help them and give them the resources to do it, but still kind of have it be a community-led thing for the most part.
Not doing it, but tinkering with the little mistakes.
Yeah, exactly. And if someone's like, hey, I really need this piece of information to fill this out, or if someone's like, hey, I don't have it, like, I don't know how to gather the stuff I need about this character, or whatever that might be. Hey, can I grab official artwork, you know, so I can upload it to the wiki? Things along those lines.
The key about a wiki is the easiest way to get it fixed is to claim something incorrectly.
That's very true. So yeah, that's kind of the plan with that. I hope that that was okay for me to say to the people that are working on it.
Okay, I think that's the end of the question pool, and I think that we are at about the 2-hour mark.
Yep.
This is probably going to be a shorter stream, so I think it's fair to go on MH.
If you're gonna talk, then don't talk monster.
This is true.
Sorry, Chad, I'm back. I know, unfortunate. Chat, we're at about the 2-hour mark, and this is probably going to end up being a shorter stream, so I think we're going to go on MHP. You guys can load up a new set of questions. If you guys want to ask things about the mystery, I think now is the time. And if you guys want to get a hint, now is also a great time for that. But for about 10 to 15 minutes, chat, you know the gist. Chat is mental health break. Make sure to go grab a drink of water, go grab a snack, go brush your teeth, go do your homework, whatever you have to do to be healthy. We're going to be in the just chatting stream for about 10 to 15 minutes, then we're going to get back into yapping a little bit. So load up the questions. If you want to get a hint, get a hint. If you want to ask anything about the mystery, ask about it now. This is one stream where you really have our undivided attention. This is not going to happen many more times after this. So,
if you want to ask Volt something that isn't explicitly lore or mystery related, I mean, I guess you can. I'm just not going to spoil anything. I'm also here. Hello. Feel free to ask me questions.
All right, chat. During MHP, I'm going to put the words on the stream for you guys, and we're going to be right back. I mean, I don't know what Volt's doing. Volt can do whatever he wants. Volt has free will. Free will is a real thing. Trust.
I want to fix your air conditioner. That's what I want to do.
Go for it. Ken, you have about 15 minutes to do so. Oh yeah, you can do that now. That's what we should have argued about. You're like, fuck, my air conditioning is messed up. Volt, can you come fix this?
Yeah, right.
That would have been funny. Alright, we'll be back, chat. Love you. Okay, bye.
I tried to shake it, find a way to get you off my mind. Really tried to draw your line. One look from you, I'm praying I could call you mine. Baby, you got my hands tied. No more games. Can't we just say its name instead of running away, jumping the gun to play it safe? You got me shaking, yeah, I feel the fever coming on. Boy, you know you're all I want. Keep saying that I hate it, but it's kind of fun. Watching me come undone. No more games. Can't we just say its name? Instead of running away and jumping the gun to play it safe. Let's spend the weekend here in this bed. We can sleep in and let the feelings overflow. Useless trying to fight this. Let's just give in and let the feelings overflow. I tried to shake it, find a way to get you off my mind. Really tried to draw that line. One look from you, I'm praying I could call you mine. Baby, you got my hands tied. No more games. Can't we just say its name? Instead of running away and jumping the gun to play it safe. Oh, let's spend the weekend here in this bed. We can sleep in and let the feelings overflow. Useless trying to fight this. Let's just give in and let the feelings overflow. Let's spend the weekend here in this bed. We can sleep in and let the feelings overflow. Useless trying to fight this. Let's just give in and let the feelings overflow. Weekend here in this bed. We can sleep in and let the feelings overflow. Useless trying to fight this. Let's just give in and let the feelings overflow. You got me shaking, yeah, I feel the fever coming on. Boy, you know you're all I want. Keep saying that I hate it, but it's kind of fun. Watching me come undone. No more games. Can't we just say its name? Instead of running away and jumping the gun to play it safe. Let's spend the weekend here in this bed. We can sleep in and let the feelings overflow. Useless trying to fight this. Let's just give in and let the feelings overflow. I tried to shake it, find a way to get you off my mind. Really tried to draw that line. One look from you, I'm praying I could call you mine. Baby, you got my hands tied. No more games. Can't we just say its name? Instead of running I tried to shake it, find a way to get you off my mind. Really tried to draw that line. One look from you, I'm praying I could call you mine. Baby, you got my hands tied. No more games. Can't we just say its name instead of running away and jumping the gun to play it safe? Oh, it's been a weekend here in this bed we can sleep in and let the feelings overflow. Useless trying to fight this, let's just give in and let the feelings overflow. It's been a weekend here in this bed we can sleep in and let the feelings overflow. Useless trying to fight this, let's just give in and let the feelings overflow. Weekend here in this bed we can sleep in and let the feelings overflow. Useless trying to fight this, let's just give in and let the feelings overflow. You got me shaking, yeah, I feel the fever coming on. Boy, you know you're all I want. Keep saying that I hate it, but it's kind of fun. Watching me come undone. No more games. Can't we just say its name instead of running away and jumping the gun to play it safe? Let's spend the weekend here in this bed we can sleep in and let the feelings overflow. Useless trying to fight this, let's just give in and let the feelings overflow. I tried to shake it, find a way to get you off my mind. Really tried to draw that line. One look from you, I'm praying I could call you mine. Baby, you got my hands tied. No more games. Can't we just say its name instead of running away and jumping the gun to play it safe? Oh, it's been a weekend here in this bed we can sleep in and let the feelings overflow. Useless trying to fight this, let's just give in and let the feelings overflow. It's been a weekend here in this bed we can sleep in and let the feelings overflow. Useless trying to fight this, let's just give in and let the feelings overflow. Weekend here in this bed we can sleep in and let the feelings overflow. I tried to shake it, find a way to get you off my mind. Really tried to draw that line. One look from you, I'm praying I could call you mine. Baby, you got my hands tied. No more games. Can't we just say its name instead of running away and jumping the gun to play it safe? Oh, it's been a weekend here.
It was a good try, chat. It was a good try. You guys got really far in that, actually. You guys are getting crazy good at that.
Useless trying to fight this. Let's just give in and let the feelings overflow.
Okay.
I mean, this is your chair. Alright.
Hi, chat.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, goodness.
Can I... I've desperately wanted to stick my hands in the rocks.
Go for it. Stick your hands in the rocks.
That is as satisfying as I was hoping it would be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the rocks are crazy. The rocks are so good. We're talking about the bitty rocks, by the way.
Like, they hurt just enough.
That seems pretty solid, Zero. I better get a cookie with my guide for 40k. What the hell? Real. Yeah, inflation, chat. Inflation. Hug for Ori and jazz hands for Volt. What, I don't get jazz hands? I'm fucked up. Alright, chat. We have more questions and... Chat, just so you know, it is probably an earlier stream tonight. As we said before, a lot of times when it comes to... Hey, thank you so much for the follow. When it comes to yapping streams, it's very common for them to end early, so this one is probably going to end a bit earlier than usual. But with that, what do we have for questions? I'm begging you, will there be a Tory mention in the mysteries?
You got me shaking, I feel the fever coming on.
Can I answer that? Can I answer that genuinely? It's kind of arbitrary enough, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, there will. Have fun, chat. Have fun with that. Yeah, I think that's usable. Hey, what do you mean I named the Hyperion dating system, huh? Yes, you did. It is now called, you created an acronym for it that's really good. By the way, it's not ERA, it's Eon, but the Emmy system, because it is Eon, Megenium, no, what's it called? Oh god, I hate that word. Whatever, it's the one that means every 100,000, or million years, I believe. Millennia year. It's the Emmy system. Meganum. Meganum. I hate that word. Mega-anum. Meganum. Which makes sense. It's mega annual, which is a million of annual. That makes sense. No problem.
Magnalium is just a fun word to say.
Wait, there's two. Yes. Millennium is milla or 1,000. Meganum is mega, which is a million, and then eon is a billion. Can extend it 2 weeks. Yeah. Equal Astral. Have a good eve, Astral. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you. Well, Hyperion is my favorite timeline, so Pog, yeah, that's where the Warden is. Obviously. The Warden is best character. Prove me wrong. You know, I really love, I want you to know that when I was typing up the stuff for the Warden, I was like, man, I feel like, I wonder if people are going to be turned off by how mean the Warden is. I love how just everyone here just loves it. Yeah. They're like, oh man, I love being bullied by the Warden. You guys are weird.
I mean, you know who you are, so.
Yeah, not that. Stop it. I can like purples and be normal. Shut up. So just the decimal 3-0 number system? Pretty much, yeah. Why do we all like the mean ones? I don't know. We're a big fan of purples in this area. I don't know what to tell you, man. Don't worry about it. Ashton, stop saying things. Don't put logic in my soup. Birds with a feather or something. I work for a ward if they liked us back for our work. Have you guys seen the new company floor? I know that I've seen it, so I know somebody caught it. Purples are hot, fuck you. Hi Zephyr, how's it going? Alright, next question. Nibble or nibble? There is a correct answer. I don't know, this one's on you.
Pedantics?
Pedantics. How many of those react to this as a purple? I don't know, what do you think, Hale?
I haven't heard of the first one though, I'll just be genuinely honest.
That does sound like a Mirror thing to do. Just put a Y where an I belongs. There are all the medium puzzles. Why are all the medium puzzles so hard? We literally solved the hard puzzle before we solved any medium puzzles, Lamau. Go for it.
Get good.
You guys are so funny in how you solve things.
It is true.
I think it is medium to a standard audience. I think it is not medium to you guys. I'm gonna be honest. The answer, okay. I could say that the difficulty does not directly, but somewhat relates to the number of steps required, right? Not entirely. It's not a perfect one-to-one, right? But, like, it's kind of there a little bit. Other than that, get good. Holy shit.
I mean, yeah, when you judge a puzzle like this, you can't expect it. I mean...
It just depends on who you are.
Yeah.
Like, if you handed the easy calculus one to somebody who did not take algebra, they're gonna be like, ah, yeah, that one's gone. Yeah, nope. I give up.
I think we had a couple conversations about what should be what.
Yeah.
So.
But if you give the anagrams to mathematicians, they're like, why did you give me Mandarin?
That's true.
You know what I mean? And it happens a lot. Like, yeah, you guys get it. I'm gonna stop talking until someone redeems a hand. Easiest calculus possible. I swear, you guys are so weird. Who wears which ring? I assume Surreal took the moon because he's an edgy bitch, but figured I'd ask. I will confirm with Rain. I have an answer for this, but I want Rain to answer it, TBH. Rain! We're gonna wait, because he's an edgy bitch. That's so funny. Surreal's a funny guy, chat. Do we have opinions on Surreal? I want to know what your guys' opinions on Surreal is. Rain, which ring does Surreal wear in the picture? They're like deciphering everything that we say as we speak. Urkel. Or doing a mathematician recently joined your fandom. I hope you're aware of that. Don't throw a basic integral at me like that and expect me not to make fun of it. That's so funny. I saw you doing that too. That was actually so hilarious. It is so simple. As long as you know calculus, which is not as low of a bar as you think it is.
How dare you throw a basic integral at me?
How dare he? Oh, is it essentially he had the blue one? Yeah, okay, yeah. He's wearing the moon. I also really like the math, by the way. I love it.
What a dope song for like an emo.
What's that?
What a dope name for like an emo song. He wore the moon.
He wore the moon is crazy. I can't talk about that at all. Frick. Okay, I'm gonna talk about this very vaguely. There was a concept, that in a module of this concept, one of the names was called Swallow the Sun. And it was an effect name. And it reminds me of this, which is really funny. There's more reasons why it's funny, but I can't get into that. Ori, that is a very low bar? Sure, Zuna. Sure.
You spelled that wrong, Moon.
Remember when Moon made the sun? Yeah, you did spell that wrong, Moon Boy. Why are we in Blueprints category? We shouldn't be. Yeah, we're not. Oh, no. Oh, but I forgot to fix my tags, though. Frickety, frickety. Tags fixed. If the category says Blueprints, refresh. You take the moon, and you take the sun, and you take the moon, and you take the sun. Hardly more than basic algebra. Sure. I'm so tempted to just scream boat to watch everybody also scream boat. Anyways. And then say neurotypical cognito hazard while everybody's screaming boat in chat. This place is so funny, dude. Boat you say? Boat you say? Boat? Boat! Yeah, the boat! Chat! Boat! Speedboat! Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! We're getting a little bit far. How does each clone, including Frankie, feel about getting head pats? I'm gonna do this in order. Tori would probably be fine with it. Maybe confused. like if Tori knew what was up, then she'd be like, ah, dope. But if she didn't know what was up, she might like take that as like an invitation to spar.
Yeah.
Which you don't want to spar with Tori. Like, sparring with Tori is really bad. I think Query would have, like, a funny reaction to it. Like, Query would be like, would you like me to process that? Ollie's gotta take him great, right? Like, Ollie's gotta love head pats. Oki would probably be like, don't touch me. Stop it. But he'd, like, kind of lean into it a little bit and be like, stop it. Stop doing that. Cease at once. You know what I mean? Yes, process it. Orion would probably take it as endearing, not in like a little guy way, but as endearing. Ari would be like, why? Don't fucking, what? Stop. Or Oki being a dramatic ass, yes. The Hermes voice? Dude, the Hermes laugh is so funny. It's so Oki coded to me, it's not even funny. I feel like Ari would be like, don't touch me. And Frankie, I feel like would turn it back at you one way or the other, dude. Like, there's no way you're getting out of that one for free. I'm pretty sure, dude. Anyways, accurate so far. That's the way that I would imagine the head pat machine happening.
Those are the best head pats you can give me. Pet me harder.
Pet me harder. Pet me harder. Okay, the warden would head pat Query and tell them yes to process it. That's actually so funny. This is a part of minimum quota. There's a minimum quota of endearment. And Query's like, celebration. Fucking love Query. Query's so dumb.
Query's so fun.
Yeah, Frankie's not gonna let you live that down. Quota of affection, 2 pats. Yes, and that's enough for the month.
Right.
How do you count for the round of an organization you are representing? Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you... It depends on the context. Celebration. 3 head pats a day, or a day, no more, no less. Exactly. Forgot how Tamagotchi would react? Nope. Not even a little. I hate it here. Kinky. Add the head pats to the top. No, don't. Just delete the Tamagotchi, actually. The dailies, I hate it here. If each of the W's had a different clone, who would make the most and least functional pairings for each other? Most and least functional pairings for the clones. That's actually crazy. There's actually a very simple way to answer this, I think. However, it gives away a little bit too much, so I'm just gonna give the convoluted answer, I think.
Supposed to pat you.
Okay, go for it. And now we spar. If I'm representative of an organization which has a great reputation, but I individually am unknown, should never seek the renown of the organization in some manner. Yes, but that's up to GM discretion. If you're talking about Utopia terms.
I can read, I promise.
So if we were to take all of the W's, which in order is Weasel, the Warden, the Wendy. Some people don't like when I say the full word. Does it? I shouldn't be afraid to say that, should I?
No.
Okay, the Wendigo, and then I say getting torn out of the room. My bloodline is cursed now. The Waiter, the Writer, and the Witness. So, I think the easy answer, without explaining why, is The worst pairings, in my personal opinion, would be Tori and the writer, Query and the waiter. That one's probably the worst, like, point blank. Like, that one's just bad. Oliver and the witness, Okie and the weasel would be so entertaining and so useless. It would be so funny. Okay, this would be cute, but Orion and the Wendigo, I think that one's really cute, but I think it would just not, it would just kind of be a nothing burger. And one of them's Ari and the warden. I think that they would be really entertaining to watch and would make a great sitcom. Nothing would happen.
Yes.
They would just argue. Like, that's it. Like, not that, yeah, Ari and the warden, indeed. If we had to go with most competent pairings, this is gonna sound wild, but my answer, I think, would be Tori and the warden, which sounds like borderline devastating. Like, that sounds terrifying, but, like, if you can take Tori and then, like put her into a neat little, like, deck of cards and then shuffle her up and then, like, throw her one by one, she's a devastating force, right? If you can organize Tori, like, she's fucking scary, dude. When you take a loose cannon and you turn them into an organized cannon, you're like, huh, huh. And if anybody's up to that task, it would be the warden.
Yeah.
If I had to say Query would be the witness. Oh, that's really wild, actually. You guys don't know enough about the witness for me to say, but I think it would be the witness, and they would be a surprisingly capable duo. For Ollie, it would be the waiter. That one's kind of funny, actually. That one's really interesting. I'm gonna not get into that one. It would be Okie and the Wendigo. I think they would actually do a really good job of fucking shit up.
Yeah, Yeah.
Yeah, no, that one's actually kind of scary. You may, Trake, you may say. That one's actually kind of terrifying. No, those ones would be really capable. They're kind of just like, those two together to me are just Dream Eaters. Like, they make really good Dream Eaters, which is funny because Okie is half Dream Eater.
I mean, there's some meaning behind that.
Orion and the Weasel is so funny. Oh my god, no wait, Orion and the Weasel is a hilarious combo. The Weasel is very, very cunning. The Weasel is a very, very smart intellectual creature. And also the Weasel is very good at pulling information out of places it should not have it. You have no idea what's being talked about? Hey, welcome in. We're talking about, so the start of the conversation was basically about ARG formatting, and a mystery event that's going on in the community right now. If you'd like to join, hit ! Discord or ! Website. You can check it out on the website, where you're gonna be doing most of your submissions if you participate, but the Discord also just has all of the updates you could possibly need to get started. But right now we're talking about some canon characters and basically character interactions. Basically a ship conversation with extra steps. Interesting. And Ari would technically be the writer. Ari and the writer's actually terrifying, dude. Oh my god, dude, they'd be so good together. The writer is like an infinite journal. Like she writes everything down, what's that term? Ad nauseum. She has like stacks of journals like yay tall, you know, she writes everything. She has magical books, and she can recall any bit of information because she doesn't do it well with her head. So she writes everything down to make sure never to forget anything. And I think that with Ari is just such like a move forward combo.
Ad infinitum is, I mean, yeah.
Those would be my answers. I'm sure some people have already caught the patterns there. Yep, people have definitely caught the patterns.
I tried to
Lamau. Oopsies. That one's a pretty scary combo. I like that combination a lot. Okay, hopefully that answers the question.
For my own entertainment, Query and Wendy.
Query and Wendy is actually wild. Like, okay, how I think the conversation would start is Wendy would try to Query,
Okay.
and then realize that either it is futile or it's futile, and then Query would just stand there. And then at some point, for one reason or another, just follow Wendy around. And Wendy would be like,
why do I have this thing now?
why am I being followed by a washing machine? I don't know what to do with this. And they would, like, become friends through odd circumstance. You know what I mean? Like, friends is a strong word, just acquainted. And then Wendy would learn how to use Query, and then Query would enjoy having made use of. You know what I mean? And that's just them.
What would you term that's not quite trauma bonding? What would you term
No,
that?
it's like, what is it called when, like, an adventuring party comes together and none of them like each other, but they go through a quest and get, like, forced chemistry? Because, like, they go through one adventure together, and it's like, well, now it's just most convenient for us to stay together at this point. Who is the pink W, Ori? Don't make me think about things like that. I don't want to think about that. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Nar. No, there's so many reasons that doesn't work. There are so many problems with that, chat. Anyways, I think Query and Wendy would be, they would just bounce off each other for the most part. But if they were, like, forced together, I think they would just kind of, like, sit in a room.
Yeah.
Because Query likes somebody who's kind of commanding.
They would not know what to do with each other.
Yeah, like, Query needs either command or inquiry, right? Like, they need someone to say something for Query to respond with.
Yeah.
But Wendy is not one to provoke, right?
Correct.
Wendy's one to, like, oh, I couldn't kill you, walks away.
Yeah.
The wild card. Can I redeem a hint for who the pink W is? No. We're not pink Wing today, chat. Okay. Will we eventually see one of each lesser dragon in a canonized environment? We saw a Hydra in Utopia Story 1, and the Bird Pushers fucked up some basilisks, but we are yet to see a Leviathan, Codal, Wyvern, or Wyrm, and a Dragon are a fixation of lines, so I gotta know.
Well, I mean, you kind of brought that up earlier when you were talking about the different cultures and the setting things up
about to say that, yep.
in the conquest.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's I guess half up to the community to put that into lore and bring it into real.
I was gonna say, I think so. The weird thing about the dragons is there's 4 lineages of dragons, and that's the most popular one. That's the lesser dragons, which turn into the greater dragons, which are also the Christmas dragons. Yada yada, doesn't matter. But they're scattered all around the world, so it's really hard to contextualize them, right? There's no one place where you're just gonna find like all 6 hanging out playing poker. You know what I mean?
Oh, that'd be so fun.
It'd be kind of funny, actually. Yeah. So they're scattered all across the world. And we've messed up a few of them before. Like, don't get me wrong, they popped up. But they popped up in really artificial environments. You're putting a lot in our hands, Ori? Yes. What I hope for is that there are stat blocks for them in the AG1. That's my goal.
What's your favorite dragon?
My favorite dragon?
Yeah.
Like, do I get to pick any dragon or I need to pick a lesser?
Give me any dragon.
Any dragon?
Yeah.
God, it might be
We'll do
it might give me a metallic.
Okay.
The 3 other lineages outside of Crystal are, like, kind of less cool, more cool, in my opinion. Like, they're less unique. They have less depth to them.
Yeah.
But also, I just, like the metallic dragons. Like, I like the copper dragon, I think would be my favorite, conceptually. Right? They're, like, I don't know, the mechanical dragon, or the metallic dragons are, like, very mechanical by nature. The basilisk is actually really cool, in my opinion. Because it's one of the only dragon types that work purely on utility.
Okay.
They have very, very few offensive abilities, but they usually have layers, right? Because they're excellent craftsmen.
Yeah.
Which is weird. So the basilisk is really good at crafting and has layer actions. Because layer actions is an ability a player can take in Utopia, and they have, like, hella stacks of layer actions. So if you meet a basilisk in their lair, they are so punishing for it. Even if they're not, like, offensive at all, they do so much setup. And to me, as a dragon, that's very interesting. Hydras are, like, super just fuck you up right now. Like, Hydras just murder people. Like, they're very good at murdering people. Basilisks are very good at utility setup, crafting, and all those things like that. They can destroy your items. They use a lot of status effects, yada yada. Oh, goodness, I don't remember which is which. Oh, motherfucker. It's... Codal?
Okay.
Rain? Which dragon is which? Lessers that turn into graders. What lessers turn into what graders? I know Hydra turns into Ruby, right? And, oh god, what does the Basilisk turn into? Nope. It's not coming to me.
Hydra turns into Ruby. Leviathan turns into Quartz.
Okay.
Turns into Amethyst.
Worm turns into Amethyst?
Leviathan into Quartz.
Leviathan into Quartz Dragon. Okay, so Leviathans are... That's fucking terrifying. Oh my god. Wyverns turn into Emerald? Total Sapphire. Okay. Amber, that's what it was. Okay, so yes, I was correct about that. Leviathans are extremely magically inclined. That's terrifying because they're also the biggest and the tankiest.
Yes.
That's fucking terrifying. Leviathans are very magically inclined. Ouchies. That hurts. That's really, really terrifying. They're also probably the most passive by nature, to be fair. Like, a Leviathan's not gonna come up and fuck with you, right? Like, you really need to fuck up to piss off a Leviathan.
Yeah, it's got better things to do.
The Quetzalcoatl was in Oracles, yes, but completely separate lineage, totally different, like, context. Like, this is after the world has ended a few times, right? So that's completely different. Codals are not the same as the Quetzalcoatl that you would know from Oracles. Codals are... Oh, no, I'm sorry, not Codals. It's Wyverns. Wyverns are cunning. Wyverns are wild cards, actually. Trank, don't you dare. No, stop it, no. I hate it.
Good lord.
I hate it.
Oh my god.
Wyverns are actually really funny, because that also means that Wyverns are usually, like, energy-based, right? They use sonic screeches and things like that, but that also means that a Wyvern can teleport.
Oh.
Which is scary as fuck.
Oh god.
Yeah, so Wyverns are like poof, 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 poof. Which is sketchy. Isn't ARG just alternate reality game, or is that me? Yes, that is exactly what ARG is. Which was the start of the conversation.
We have drifted.
Yeah, we have drifted quite far, which is not uncommon for Mirror Text.
Correct.
Codal, not Codal. Yes, Codal. Codals are, they're the blue ones, which is really sketchy. That means that they're extremely socially inclined, which means they're kind of like sirens. Like, they can, like,
think about that, yeah.
They can kind of, like, pseudo-dominate, right? Like, they have, like, mind control level abilities. Worms are so funny. Worms are the big wall, fuck you, eat your spells type.
Yeah.
They're like, and then it just doesn't happen, and then they tail whip the shit out of you, because they're probably also tied for the tankiest with the Leviathan. Of course, they're a purely terrestrial and sub-terrestrial creature, but, whew.
Worms are cool.
Yeah. I still think Basilisk is my favorite for potentially obvious reasons. Have a good evening, Damien. Thank you very much. Which generally means that Amber's probably high on my list. But I still like the Metallic Dragons. The Metallic Dragons are kind of the weaker of the tri-lineages. You have Metallic Dragons, you have Astral Dragons, and you have Chromatic Dragons. Chromatics are broken into red, blue, and violet. Metallics are broken into iron, copper, and gold. And the Astral Dragons are broken into Solar, Lunar, Twilight. People who know Utopia very well probably see the naming convention beginning to line up. Because the species names are Copper Dwarves and Iron Dwarves. And for elves, there are Solar, Lunar, and Twilight elves. So there's definitely a connection there. There's not really a chromatic species that I can think of. There's a lot of species broken into three, but not like that. But they're like, they don't have as much of a lineage, right? Like, they open up, like, they age forever, right? But they don't chrono-homogenize or anything like that. They don't, they get more powerful with age, but not in, like, an exponential way by any manner. They just don't age, you know? And they kind of have a high cap, right? Like, they go from wormling to adult, and that's kind of the long and the short of it.
Yeah.
You know, they're just really powerful creatures by nature. They're kind of not redundant and not dumb, but they're just, you know, that's just their natural ceiling. They're just powerful creatures. Whereas Crystal Dragons have an infinite ceiling, right? They have an exponentially high ceiling that takes so much longer. Like, if you take two dragons of the same age, it's very likely that one of the three lineages is just going to be stronger, because they get stronger faster at a lower ceiling.
Oh, yeah.
But crystals kind of go on forever, right? Like, the crystalline dragons have stakes in the creation of the universe, you know what I mean? Not literally, but like, you know, they fiddled with it a little bit. They fiddled with the fabric of the universe a few times. There's a new guy there, Jubico's in the Utopia. What is that? Oh, let me look that
I've
up.
heard that before.
I think there might be in the, it's also possible that they're in the Mirror Myth, maybe not Utopia. They're probably in Utopia though, because most things are in Utopia one way or the other. Tree Child. Folklore and yokai lore, it is a malevolent, bloodthirsty vampire tree that grows on the old battlefields or execution sites, feeding on human blood to stay alive. Oh my god, somebody take this to Conquest. Holy hell. The eastern side of the Payan map, or the Utopian map, if you want to call it that, is not super developed, which is probably where this would take place, right? Because this is like Japanese folklore / Japanese mythology. So that's over on this side. There's a map called the Conquest map where people like go in and they claim stakes of where they intend to build lore, because it's kind of like a giant community project, the Payan map. So there's nothing written about that yet, but that is super possible and also really interesting in my opinion. We taking the Conquest? Let me find the name of it again. Jubico or Jaboko? I think it's a Jaboko. Chat, look up Jaboko. It's sick as fuck. It's really cool. I'm a big fan of that. I love Eastern mythology and Eastern folklore. I wish I was better at it. I'm waiting for Yuto's DLC. My goodness. I did see it shrink, and I'm trying to ignore it. I'm trying my absolute hardest to ignore it right now. I know a decent bit of yokai. Fun, fun, fun. Titan, if you're interested, you should talk to Zuna. I think Zuna is kind of leading the Eastern culture side right now. You cannot ignore. I will ignore harder. Next question. How did you decide the references you use in the mystery event, such as Forager and Kilp or Sherbert and Oki Cactus? I'm not gonna say arbitrary necessarily, but it's kind of just the right place at the right time. Like, don't get me wrong, like, there are characters that just exist, right? Like, we don't go around and we're like, oh, what if that community member? It's like, we go, alright, we need somewhere from here, right? And it's like, if you just happen to have a character in Shiet that's prominent and makes sense to be there at that time, we're gonna go, okay, that character, right? Like, we don't look through, you know, our character Bible and go, oh, we're gonna find Hale's character, you know what I mean? It just kind of happens that way. It's like, oh, well, there's a character in this location and it happens to be Hale's character. Sure, that works. And usually we do our best to involve the original person, right? Like, if we're gonna involve Kilf in some way, we're gonna try to go back to Forager and be like, hey, Forager, can you help us with this and work with us on this? But sometimes we'll be like, hey, when you hand us a character, it's very possible we're just gonna take the wheel, right? And you kind of just gotta be okay with that at some point, you know what I mean? That's kind of the give and the take, is that when we start working together, sometimes we gotta be like, we can't tell you what we're doing with your character, because you're gonna participate in a mystery event, right? Or it's gonna be spoilers, and we just can't give that up right now, but we need your character. So, thumbs up, shrug, and most of the time we'll try to say that, right? We'll be like, hey, are you okay with us using your character or a likeness that you represent or that you created, in a way that we cannot describe to you? You know what I mean? In a way that you won't get to know. Are you okay with handing your character to us? Like, just hand us your character sheet, and we're gonna, as far as you know, throw it in the shredder. Right. This is how mine happened? Yep, it'd be like that. It's a mix of, has reasonable document to create, reasonable documentation, fits within the narrative appropriately, is canonized or canonizable, if that makes sense. Like, for instance, chat, when we talk about canonization, this is an example. This is canonization. Like, Keelp is canonized now. Like, that's not a question. Which, don't get me wrong, a lot of people were canonized, like Keelp were canonized in other fashions a lot of the time, but this is an example. That is an example of canonization. What information is known about them and other things I can't say? Yeah, that stuff. The stuff we can't say. That's my favorite part. It's kind of what I did with Persephone. I vaguely handed her already, but not really. Speaking of, I have stuff I need to do with her. I have so much to do. You have so much to do. It's fun stuff, chat. It's fun stuff. You kind of just gotta be there. And that's the hard part, is a lot of the times it's like people will like be like, oh, what about my character? And it's like, we don't choose characters because they're cool characters, they have to be there at the time, right? Even though a lot of what Mirror Myth does is like a ton of world building, right? Like our big shtick is world building, right? And universe building and system building and stuff like that. The way that we publish is through stories, right? And stories don't give two fucks about world building other than, you know, setting up for the narrative that you produce.
We've actually looped around.
Oh shit, you're right. When it comes to like writing a story, right? If I hand you a story, it's not gonna explain what anatrons are. It's not gonna explain the dimensional. Hey, what's up? Thank you so much for the sub. It's not gonna explain, you know, like what the quantum mechanics of the Mirror Myth are or anything like that. It's gonna explain to you what's pertinent to the story at the time. Thank you so much, Scarlett. I appreciate the heck out of you. Happy 10 months. Did you redeem this? I don't. Is it on Subboard? I don't think so. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen it. Oh my goodness, there's a raid. Holy hell. Oh. Wait, where's raid? What? Oh, I didn't even see it. I'm on the wrong screen, chat. I'm so sorry. Wait, was there? No, okay. Someone said hello, Raiders, and I'm like, oh! It scared the hell out of me.
Fair panic.
Oh my goodness. It also has to be there has to be a story that's going to run through your character's homeland. You know what I mean? Like, if you have a character in the Mirror Myth, you can be like, oh yes, I just made this character from Canopy. That's cool, but there needs to be a story in Canopy for that to reach its canonization, right? Like, a train needs to pass through there for them to be picked up. Yeah. We don't just make stories for the sake of making stories, you know, just pick a character, make a story about it. That's cool and all. But there needs to be a purpose, right? Like, every narrative needs to have a beginning, middle, and end. World building doesn't have that. World building doesn't have an Act 1, 2, and 3. There isn't Sheklov's guns in world building. There's Sheklov's guns in story writing. So, that's kind of the hard contingency that comes a lot of time. People say, how do I make my character canon? It's like, it's not really like, there's no like one pipeline. You know what I mean? It's kind of just there at the time.
I want to circle back to the you were talking about, there's no Chekhov's gun in world building. Okay. And I don't think that's necessarily true. Because I think you can plan for an expected outcome from your stories without...
I think that's fair. You can hang Sheklov's gun on the wall with world building.
Okay.
I think that's the way that I would describe that. Because your world building isn't going to pull it off the wall. But... You can put it on the wall, right? Like, if you build two lands that are innately warring with each other, war's gonna happen at some point, right? Like, that's Sheklov's gun, but all you did was mount it, right? That's all the world building's gonna do. One of the coolest parts about story writing, in my opinion, and one of the parts that I take the most interest in, is not what happens in the story. What happens in the story is a fun thing to think about. Yeah. What happens, what the events are, what kind of really introducing, like double checkmates you can create by doing it. Mm-hmm. You know how you can like have in tic-tac-toe where no matter where you go, you're wrong? Yeah. You lose? Yeah. I think you can do that in story writing, right? Where you can pin characters in these really awkward situations and force them to make decisions and do things and surmise conflicts in ways that there's no right answer, right?
You can do that in world building too.
I think you can. But I think that when it comes to like story writing, that's really fun. But the more fun part is where we're pointing at the time. One of my favorite things in story writing, like as like a systematic concept, was in Romeo and Juliet. They tell you everything that happened. They spoil the story in the first like few minutes, right? And you go into and you're like, and it happens, you're like, oh shit, and Shakespeare's like, I fucking told you. Yeah. Like, I warned you about this beforehand. What spoilers? That I spoiled it, you know what I mean? And that's such a cool way to go zoom out, like, this is how it happened. Having an interesting way where you go from the middle to the start, where you have like, you know, there's stories that I'm not gonna say, because if I say what it is, it's you know, kind of spoiler territory. Sure. But where you start from the middle, you know, you're like in an interrogation scene or something like that, and you're like, oh, they're reclaiming what happened in the story, but you're only at the halfway point once you finally get up to them, and then you continue on forward from there.
You know it's good story writing when you are spoiled for the climax of the story. You know exactly what happens, and you're still you're still engaged from start to finish.
I absolutely agree. I really love the different ways that you can communicate a narrative idea through limited perspective, right? Yeah. When I put a hole in the center of the lens rather than a vignette on the outside and somehow make that work. I've always liked the idea of like narrative challenges. like when it comes to writing, for instance, like not getting to know who the protagonist is. Like there was a story writing idea that I had a long time ago, but just had no way to execute it, where you never learned anything about the protagonist. Like they're mentioned excessively over and over. They're the protagonist of the story, right? And they're very main character, but you never learn anything about them. They're always referenced in secondary pronouns, or their face is obscured, or what have you. Narrative augmentation is a term that I used to use a lot that didn't catch on because it's a freaking mouthful. But the idea where it's like, one of the ideas was, there's this species of creatures that got wiped off the face of the earth. And one of the forms of narrative augmentation, or bringing, a narrative concept to life, was that all their likeness was never portrayed officially. Because that's how it's like for them. Like their history was erased, therefore we don't get to draw them. Like even if you were to recollect something, go through like a flashback or anything like that, their face is always obscured. From this point on, there will be no more art, no visual depiction of this species, because their history is genuinely erased. I do agree. I think that you can create these really interesting invitations, I'll call it, or invocations even, of fun story writing, right? Like that triple checkmate, or those stalemates, or the Cold Wars, or things like that. You can build it in. I think it's really fun to have those set up and ready. You know what I mean? I also think it's really fun to hand it to somebody else and them go, I'm gonna do something other than what you expected to happen, right? Like you go to war, like in the Art of War, I have not read The Art of War, and I really want to because it seems really interesting. But it was the introduction of a third party. Is talked about, not heavily necessarily, but it's mentioned in The Art of War. The introduction of a third party is a very, very powerful tool. And I think that's an example. Like, if you handed me, two warring factions, right? And you said, do something with this. I see Sheklov's gun on the wall. Whatever. And then suddenly, the conflict comes from behind us. It's like... Oh, shit.
Yeah, absolutely. That's something that I've always tried to avoid, and I hate. It's one of my learn how to use words. It's one of my least favorite claims is that all stories boil down to the same 7 stories.
That
I get why that exists, but I hate it with such a passion because it's so detractive of good narrative storytelling and actual idea building.
That's the most recent video, obviously not the one from yesterday, but the one before that, went heavily into the monomyth, right? And in this video that we're talking about right now, look at that, we're on topic the whole time. In this video, I said the silver bullet that is the monomyth is oxidizing.
Yes.
Right? As the audience gets smarter, the monomyth stops being this perfect example of a story. You know what I mean? And that's also the hero's journey, right? The monomyth is the hero's journey for anyone who doesn't know. So oh goodness, I don't know if I can name it all by heart, but it's the call to action, refusal of the call, belly of the whale, the introduction of the unknown, and then the reintroduction of the known. There's 17 points on it. It doesn't matter. The point is it's the hero's journey. You know what I'm talking about. But I think that it's very fascinating to watch somebody even take the hero's journey and just watch from the antagonist, right? Which functionally makes them the protagonist, you get the point. But watching the hero take the hero's journey from the antagonist's eyes is an example of a really fun way to pull that out on its head, right? The hero's journey, in my opinion, please no power of friendship. Only captains get away with power of friendship. I swear to God, that's so true. I swear, dude. Only captains get away with it. Okay, anyways. When it comes to that, it's the hero's journey, I've always felt, is so egocentric, right? The world exists around your protagonist in the hero's journey. It's the world would not turn if they were not there. The universe is centered around them. And I've always found it to be so unrealistic.
It is. And, can you consider the antagonist's point of view in a hero's journey to also be a hero's journey?
I could definitely see that, but I want you to explain. I want to see if I understand this correctly.
Because, for the most part, unless you're inherently evil, you always think you're on the right side of history.
Yes, absolutely.
And history is only told from the winner's point of view, right? So when you've got a story that is a hero's journey and you try and look at it from an antagonist's point of view, I imagine a good, well-written hero's journey story from start to finish looks like a hero's journey from the antagonist's point of view, too.
I'd be super curious to that. I would almost want it to not, right? Like, I would love to see, like, watch us play out this very basic hero's journey and then have the predominance of the story be about the whiplash, the aftermath of everything you didn't see from their eyes.
Yeah.
Like the antagonist is defeated and whatever. What was the antagonist there to lose, right? Like, there's a story, and it's Much Ado About Nothing, I think is the correct way, but it's Much Ado About Nothing.
Yeah.
From Shakespeare again. This is a bad one. And I forget his name. It's the antagonist. It's Don Pedro is the good guy. I don't remember his name. Is the bad guy. And there's a line, I remember, I was in English class when I read this. And they were like, the dude has this whole big monologue where he's like, I am evil because I am evil.
Yeah.
Right? And this was like groundbreaking at the time. And I'm like, if you put this in my modern narrative, I would be pissed.
Yeah.
I'm like, why? That's just useless. Give me a reason. Make me feel something. Is that the name? That doesn't sound familiar.
That does sound familiar. But
No.
I don't think that's the... It might be. Anyways, go
I
ahead.
don't remember. It might be. I thought it was 4 letters. I thought it was Dawn 4 letters, but I could be crazy. One of the things that I've learned, may I admit, is that there is something really nice about a very basic villain. There's something nice in like consumption, that a villain is just evil and that's all that matters right now, right? Like, we just don't pay attention to the rest of it because it's so easy to digest.
It is easy to digest, but you have to be a good writer to be able to pull that off, because you have to, that requires so much more focus on your other characters.
Yes. And that's like the importance of a static character. This is one of my favorite parts about the compass as a writing tool, chat. This is like one of the proudest features that I have of it. Root personifications by nature are static, right?
Yep.
The clones are aggressively static characters, right? Like, so much so that you can boil all of them down to 2 single adjectives. Could you imagine which ones? If you know the compass, you get the joke. If you don't know the compass, all of the roots are based on 2 general adjectives, right? So red is competitive but combative. Orange is analytical but complacent. Yellow is observant but gullible, etc.,
Yep.
right? So all of the clones can be boiled down to these, and they regress instead of into something dynamic where their personality is shifted and modified. They regress into the same thing but worse, right?
Yeah.
It's a very unrealistic way for a person to be.
Yeah.
But they're probably some of the most attachable characters in all of Mirror Myth, right? They're so simple.
Yeah.
It's not hard. You get it. You look at Oki, you go, oh, he's a fuck ass. That's Oki's entire personality. Oki is going to mature and devolve as a fuck ass. And that's all you really need to know. That's the long and the short of it. But these characters don't have time to have their entire story, right? Like, if they had an arc, you know, maybe it'd be interesting to see their dynamics and whatever, like that. They don't get that kind of limelight.
You know, I think that's a big difference between TTRPGs and an actual written story. You know, and that's something that I don't see a lot of, like, TTRPG players maybe leaning into, especially in, like, smaller parties of 2 or 3 players. Like, my characters genuinely woke up on the wrong side of the bed and is having a fucking shit day.
Yeah.
You know, that doesn't happen very often, and I think that would be a lot more...
Yeah.
It can be a lot more entertaining. It does get harder when you've got larger parties, because then you're taking the limelight away from the story and into your character, which is okay if that's, you know, what you agreed on.
And that's kind of the hard part a lot of the time, in my opinion, is that sometimes it's not about like how interesting or dynamic a character is. It's that you still have this overlying pacing that you need to follow, right? It can be really hard to give 6 different characters their own moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It can be really hard to be like, oh, here's their moment, because if you swap too fast, then it's like, well, I'm kind of just getting boggled by the ideas going on, right? There's so much moving, and they're not intertwined with each other enough to get coherence out of it, unless they are, but...
Is the character driving the story, or is the world driving the story?
Exactly. And it can be really tough to answer that. Hale mentioned that them being static has bothered them before. Now, they can be dynamic, right? But even their arc, if they were to have an arc, and they have had arcs, just not ones that we've covered before, are also very flat, right?
Yeah.
Like, their arc is very two-dimensional, right? Because the only arc they can have is from one adjective to another.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like melancholy to approachable, right? That is an arc. They can dynamically move from one to the other, but they're only a one-dimensional scale, right? There's only one value that goes up and down. For all of them. But that's one of the things that makes them very... Why would you say that name, Trank? I hate it here. it's very like, again, they're just very simple and basic and easy, right? And it makes it a lot more possible to make their interactions more complex. So let's say that we want to look at every interaction that Oliver and Orion could have, right? You could deduce that pretty easily, right?
Yeah.
There's like a finite number of ways that they're going to realistically interact with each other in a certain number of circumstances, right? Now do that with two very drastically dynamic, deep, and really hard, complex characters. That's not reasonable.
No.
There's nothing. There are an infinite number of places they could be at any given point in time.
In the real world, that's how we are, right? We're dynamic from start to finish. We change regularly, even if you don't want to admit it, right? But in the context of a story, if you kind of force that dynamicism, it feels contrived and fake and not. And maybe, I wonder how much of that is I forget the term for it, where something feels uncanny valley.
Yes, no, I can agree with that. And like when it comes to like the Oliver Orion situation, right? Like you can see them do the thing and it's super predictable. I love subverting expectations, but that's because it's surrounded in your expectations being met.
Yes, yeah,
I remember there's a lot of times when we were making mysteries and stuff like that, it was really hard to not jump away from, oh my god, they figured it out, we need to change it. It's like, no, they did good. Let them have that. They did it. They predicted it. That's the goal, right? Like, not the goal necessarily, but they did a good job. They beat me to my own game. And that's fair. That's also part of my enjoyment with the story. When I go, oh, this is going to happen, and it happens, I'm like, nice, I got it. That makes me feel a little good.
What in the context of like story writing and coming to like a climax for a story, what's more satisfying for you to read or like to understand? Is it having 2 or 3 correct answers as to what the end of the story is, or to have infinite theories?
I have never been a fan, and I'm not saying it's bad, but it's not my personal love to have open-ended answers, right? Like, hold on, give me just a second. Someone just said that they think that someone solved one of them. I don't see it yet, but I'm very curious. They said that they believe that there's a solution for P1HD, and I'm curious. I'm looking through the thread right now.
My foreshadowing shadowed poorly. Oh no, they read it right. What's the ads? I can see the ads now.
Oh, yeah, give me a second. There it is. There's, oh my goodness, hold on.
I wasn't looking.
I think someone got it.
Oh!
I think someone got it. And you know what? You know what's so crazy? It's someone who has not participated in a bunch of mysteries before, and they got the big one. That's cool. That's really cool. That's very exciting. Congratulations, chat. That's 5 out of 12. GG. I had a feeling that with the new Spider-Man movie, I forgot what it was called exactly, but I knew the ending was like, when is it gonna happen? When is this like, oh yeah, there it is. Yeah. And that's the interesting part of it. Like predictability is fun up to a point, right? I think it's important to have complex and static characters. And they also can interact in their own way, right? When you have these complex characters, you don't want your mentor to be that complex.
Yeah. In fact, it'd probably be detrimental.
And that's what the clones are perfect for, in my opinion. The clones are not going to be protagonists. They're virtually never going to be any form of protagonists.
I mean, that's fair. And, we can take this as far as you want, because, like, even in Lord of the Rings, like, they're dynamic characters within a one-dimensional plane. Or a two-dimensional plane, right?
Yeah.
And that's just how it is. And that story would not be better if Aragorn had a complex...
Yeah. That's,
self-defining role.
In the one before this one, in the If Magic Was Real video, we boiled Gandalf down, and we were like, if Gandalf was like a wrestler for some reason, he would be the same character.
Yeah.
He would still serve his purpose. It doesn't matter that he's magic. It matters that he was a powerful and wise mentor.
Yeah.
He could be literally anything, and he would still be Gandalf. How does Gandalf's magic work? there's no right answer because there doesn't need to be an answer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I said, like the clones are better suited for that type of environment, right? There's someone who pops in, you go, oh hey, look, it's clone. You know what I mean? They're like a way to push the story forward. They're a force to bounce off of, or a force to be, you know, like to mediate in some fashion. You know what I mean? They're not going to be someone that you watch in perpetuity.
They're your tool to drive other stories forward.
I think yes. And also, they're just kind of fun. They're kind of like not comedic relief, but they're kind of like a narrative relief. They're they're a tension delimiter, in my opinion. In the way that like you can go, oh, Oki and Ari are doing the Oki and Ari thing. That's funny. I don't have to think about how complex the trauma I just witnessed is.
And they can absolutely be the opposite too if you pull them out of that skepticism, right?
Like what happens when you have all 6 clones together? Now we're back up to the infinite complexities, you know what I mean? Even though they only have this one-dimensional arc, they get really complicated when they're all together. Now the way circumstances can affect them are really powerful. You can do some really crazy stuff. They're the tension delimiter, funny. They really are.
Yeah, I mean, imagine Query showing up and you know, expressing intense emotion all of a sudden.
Subvertive expectations for something that is so rigid, it's crazy. And that's one thing that's like really interesting, is that when you have one character that is like so heavily one thing, you have a character that is a pillar of what they do. When they become not that pillar, it's so much more whiplash, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like these clones are 2 adjectives, right? When they get a 3rd adjective, much less something that is opposing their standard force, it's kind of like they're like the loudest that the narrative can speak. You know what I mean? They hold some of the loudest messages that they can have.
Yeah, absolutely tight.
I desire the horror. You're weird, Hale.
You didn't answer my question though. Earlier.
Oh, what was the question?
Would you rather have like 2 or 3 static known endings to something, or infinite theories?
I think that both are valid. I don't like infinite theories. I like to know what the answer is. And I think one of the reasons for that is that there's not a lot of jumping off points from infinite possibilities, right? I like having a series of possibilities, and one of the reasons is because I'm very addicted to systems, right? There are a finite number of ways that something can happen. However, I'm not the one who gets to decide what those finite options are. I believe the author is.
I mean, that's fair, but sometimes you don't need another jumping off point because it's the end of the story.
No, and that's fair. I think at that point it just comes down to satisfaction for me.
Right.
I like to know the possible number of answers, right? Like, I would like to have one ending if I could. Or maybe multiple endings, and that's just kind of the point of the story, right? Which happens sometimes.
With the fact that the movie's been around for absolutely ever.
Chat, spoilers for The Odyssey.
It's not The Odyssey.
Yeah, I'm just fucking with you. I realize that's a new movie now. Spoilers for Romeo and Juliet.
Also, no.
I know.
Have you? Sorry, I was reading Zuna's message. I'll look into it in a minute. After stream, if that's okay. Send me a DM what you did and what question, etc., etc. Inception. Have you seen it?
Yes, but it's been a long time since I've seen it.
Do you remember the ending? Because it's one of my favorite examples of 2 static, perfect endings.
No, I don't think I do.
Okay.
Hands up for Inception spoilers? Question mark.
Hands up for Inception spoilers. Great movie, one of my all-time favorites. There's at the ending, he's got this spinning top that indicates whether he's in a dream or if the dream he's ended, right? Correct. Did it stop spinning? And at this point, he's got his kids outside, and he sees them for a brief second, and he sends his little spinning top. If it spins forever, he's still in his dream.
Yep.
If it topples over, he's in reality. And at the points in the story, he looks to his kids, he sends this top spinning. We don't see him. We don't follow. The camera doesn't follow him to go look at his kids. And for a brief moment, we see this. I mean, for like a whole minute, it looks like it's continuing to spin. And just for one frame, you see it topple just a little bit. And it leaves you with the question: did it stop spinning? But at that point, do we care? Because he's happy.
Yeah.
Right?
That is a really good execution of that, I think. Like that's pulling you away from like, hey, here's the entire concept, right? Here's the entire concept of the story. Here is the baseline, like the whole point of the story is right here in this one moment. And here's why you shouldn't care, right?
Right, yeah.
Here's why the whole point of this movie was to tell you to stop fucking thinking about it. Don't worry about it. Just go out and live your life, dude.
That's such good storytelling.
It is. It really is. It's a really good execution of theme, in my opinion.
If I walk out of a movie theater, turn the movie off, and not put on another movie, it's a good movie because I've had something that actually hits me in reality.
Yeah.
There's been not without spoilers, and genuinely to upsell the movie because it was so good. Obsession is one of those movies.
I've been told a lot about Obsession now. Not like spoilers, but like hearing that it's very good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Volt keeps telling me not to. He's like, whatever you do, don't watch Obsession.
God, that's such a good movie. He's full of shit.
Yes. Okay, I think that's the question. I no, you're good. What was the original question? Oh god, I'm gonna be so sad when I see this. How did you decide the references you use in the mystery event? Oh my god. Oh, train of thought has moved to another fucking plane.
So worth it though.
I do want to say congratulations to solving another mystery event. You guys got a hard one now, which is really exciting.
To be fair, we haven't confirmed the answer yet.
Correct. We haven't confirmed the answer yet, but we have someone. Oh,
never mind.
Okay, yeah, it's pretty confirmed, dude. It's pretty confirmed. Oh, I'm very excited for this. Huge, dude. That's so exciting. Okay, congrats, Cobbs, dude. Congrats, Cobbs. Oh my goodness. I hope this is, and Cobbs was like, Cobbs was one of the people who were like, fuck the calculus, dude. You don't have to be one of the big head honchos that are like, that everybody sees as these titans in mystery solving, right? GG, Cobbs. Good job showing up for the underdogs. I appreciate you.
Hell yeah.
My heart stopped. You did so good, dude. You did so good. It was crazy. What hell am I in for? It's very exciting. That was a rough one, dude. That was a rough one. Good job. Cobb's common W. Indeedly do. Cobbs, it's also very poetic that that's the one that you solved, may I say. Anyways, next question. Do we have more questions? I think we do. Lamau. Back to the mystery mines. Oops, I typed it twice. What is the record for highest and lowest score anyone/anything got with anyone/anything?
Infinity in the Infinity games.
Yes.
I don't know how to answer.
I don't know. I presume that this has context to it that I'm unsure of. Like, is this in reference to the mystery, I assume? Where the text just says morbid and we just failed to read it. Dude, it was so funny. It was so funny when I saw that for the first time. Okay, so spoilers again. So if you want to try to do the mystery for yourself or solve the puzzle on your own, hands up, spoilers. But when you guys were like, oh, that says moron, I'm like, oh, we're gone. It's over. It's hard to tell, don't get me wrong. But like, it was such an important hint.
Yeah.
And people were just like, eh. One was like, okay, cool. Wait, what just happened? Cobb solved a hard one,
yeah.
right? Laughed his ass off when he found out which one I solved. Yeah, it was funny. It was really funny. It was really cool, dude. It was really cool. That's exciting. That's very exciting. I will need to know context of this question to answer it, but I'm gonna go to the next one. Wait.
If you wrote it, resubmit it with more detail.
No, that's completely fair, Zuna. That's completely fair. And honestly, there wasn't like a ton of reason to like know exactly what it was. This is kind of one that's like brute forcey in a very not brute forcey way, right? Like you can't brute force the answer. However, you could just brute force putting it through a bunch of ciphers to figure out which one works, you know what I mean? Given, there's a multitude of possible keys, a number of things that you can input, kind of gets very exponential how hard you have to try, so you kind of have to lean on educated guesses. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Caesar cipher? I don't think that the ciphers that we're talking about are a little bit higher than Caesar cipher, but I am not above Caesar cipher, let me tell you.
They are fun. Generic but fun.
Okay. Would have never got morbid? Lamau. Alright, another question. why the W's named the way they are, that you can reveal to us at least. That is very answerable, and I don't think I'm going to. I don't think I'm going to answer it. I think that somebody in the community could probably tell you why they might be named that way. And if I see it in chat, I will confirm it, but for the sake of it, I'm going to leave that one on the ground. That's something that you could probably dig out in the vault if you really wanted to. I can answer it, but am I allowed to? Trank, I think I'm going to ask that you specifically don't. You know too much through arguably fair means, but still. I think it'll be fun to let them. Imagine getting guesses if I have those, that's so real.
Wendy's because she worked
Exactly.
at Wendy's.
Watch them squirm with us, Trank. Sit on this side as we watch them squirm. Alright, well that's not a real question. I can't read it for some reason. It just it doesn't process in my mind.
Obscured, yeah, crazy.
Anyways, that's all of them.
Well, you typed the wrong.
Oh, I did. You're right. Yes, I did. Hold on. Okay, now there's not. That was the last one. Wow, now we have to sit and wallow over that one. I'm mad. Like the number 11. Oh my god, wait, Rain, can you tell the story about number 11? Rain, come here and tell the Soapy story about number 11. Chat, there's a funny Soapy story, and I want Rain to tell it. Everybody wants Rain back. Chat, tell Rain how much you want him to stream.
Yes.
Very comprehensive understanding of a lot of things that I didn't make me get again, though. Let me know if you want to, Trank, because I'm gonna have you talk to some people. Rain. All hail Rain.
Rain!
All hail Rain is actually a really funny, like, double entendre.
It is, actually.
Yeah. No. Hail.
Hail. Hail.
Wait. All hail Rain. That's like their ship name.
Can we form an entire sentence with the word hail, including hail in the sentence? Like
form a sentence with what?
Like just the word hail. Like at least 5 or 6 usages of the word hail. Hail.
Yeah.
Hail.
But is that a verb?
And the other one.
It can hail. So yeah, hailing is a verb.
Yeah.
It may not make sense, but it'll be grammatically accurate.
Yeah.
It would have to be like hail, hailed, hail.
Yeah.
But I don't think hailed is a word. No, it is, because it's a past tense.
It is hailed. Yeah.
Hail, hailing, hail is technically. Yeah. But there's also the other type of hail. Like.
Yes.
Oh, so that would actually make sense.
Yeah, so
it's grammatic and it makes sense.
Yeah.
But there's not like a hail, hailed, hails, hail.
Yeah, you.
Hail, hailed, hail at hail's hail.
That would work.
But we're still talking about one person, so it doesn't functionally make sense unless there was another hail, which I don't want to think about. Stop with the cloning!
Well, can an inanimate object hail something?
No, but you can hail, right?
Yeah, but can hail... If you in the context of like, you could like hail can also be to observe in a way, right?
Is it?
I believe so. Because there's like to say hello, there's to witness, there's the precipitation, and then hail.
Whack. Why am I being cloned? I don't know. People need to stop. Hail is also an adjective? It is? What? Oh, if that's the case, then...
Oh, we can do this easy.
Yeah, no, it's way easier if it is. Oh my god, just end stream? We're demons.
We're actually having fun, so...
Yeah, you could get like 7 hints for an end stream right now. End stream just to flex. Oh, the word hail is an adjective that means strong, healthy, and full of life.
Oh.
Since when?
The force would drag someone somewhere. Really? Oh, archaic.
Hale and hearty. Interesting. Oh, yeah, okay, I was gonna say, if you could say hail almost as to say love.
Oh, okay.
Like, you could, like, but I thought I was wrong. Yeah, to haul. is to hail. That's weird. I didn't know that. So you can hail as a verb, as in to haul or throw something. But you could also hail as into, like, worship. But you can also, something can be hail as in healthy. Oh, hail, you're done for.
Oh, yeah.
Hail, traveler, hail, indeed. Hail, hail, hailed, hail, 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 hailing.
Rain, come tell your story! Come here! Can I pull the guest card?
Yeah.
Rain, I'm your guest!
Rain, be a good host. Is this the part where I die? No, you're the one holding the knife.
Shipping ship. Yep.
Didn't they learn that buffalo could actually go on ad nauseum?
Yeah.
Or I guess ad infinitum.
See, but then it breaks the run-on sentence grammar rule. So
is there an actual rule for run-on sentences?
I believe so. I thought.
Or
is
it just like a gray zone of don't talk for that long without period?
It might just be a gray.
Do we have anybody who's good enough at language to know the answer to that? Is there like a genuine rule for run-on sentences? Like, is there like a maximum verb count, for instance?
Yeah. Or I wouldn't be word count.
If so, what is the maximum buffalo? What's the highest buffalo you can buffalo? Do not make me take your knife. Hell, I want to see your knife. I want to see your knife realized.
Is that the... Oh, that must have been Hale's knife on the receipt.
That would be so funny. Hale, was that your knife? I actually don't think it's your knife. I can make you a knife, though. Do you want a render of your knife? We can get you one.
Yeah. My guy, I barely speak my one language. Same. I feel that so hard. I can barely speak English.
It is how you format the sentence, how you use dashes, commas, semicolons, and colons, etc. Run-on is just you failed to proper English. Well, yes, but what's the rule behind run-on? Like, is there a distinct difference between a run-on and a non-run-on sentence, right? Like, can you make an infinite sentence and it technically not be a run-on?
Right.
Also, is a run-on even grammatically wrong, or is it just bad practice?
That's also good. Well, that would be the rule. If there's no rule, then it wouldn't be.
That's fair.
It wouldn't matter.
Yeah, true. Unless there. Why is medium harder than hard?
Good.
I don't think it is.
We've had this question.
I think that once you guys figure out, you're not gonna say that. Or you might. I don't know, Chad. You guys are weird. You guys are really weird. Oh, run-on is grammatically wrong. That is what makes it wrong. Okay.
Okay. Then what's the rule? Because if it's grammatically wrong, by definition, then there has to be a definition for the rule.
A run-on sentence is a grammatical...
Have a good one, Nabs.
Have a good one.
That was for me.
Okay, bye. No, I will not have a good one then.
Yeah. Have a good one, Nabs.
Two or more independent clauses are joined together without... Oh, it's double independent clauses. So correct me if I'm wrong. The independent clause is what the initial verb is modifying?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So, you can't have infinite buffalo and remain grammatically correct.
Unless you're continuously... Is there a way to continuously modify the independent clause?
Well, I guess it's not an independent clause if you, like, layer them inside of each other, right? Because you're always at the top layer of yeah.
I don't know. Is that not a run-on sentence?
Buffalo has no max, because as your noun, you can do buffalo, 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 as in buffalo that intimidates a buffalo, buffalo. Yeah, but then you've ended the third buffalo, and you're now affecting the second buffalo.
Because as your noun, you can do buffalo, 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 as in buffalo that intimidates a buffalo, verb buffalo, noun, buffalo, buffalo, buffalo.
That's kind of how I feel, Trank.
Hey, listen, go endlessly is one sentence, but that feels cheaty. Yeah. Oh, a colon list. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Unfortunately, we can't VC because we don't have headphones.
Yeah.
You can have multiple independent clauses?
I get why you say it is, but it is cheaty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are the puzzles private?
Oh, it can. Yeah, you're right. It can. So I was just wrong. Oh, but it requires a separator, like a comma or a semicolon, which means you're limited in how many independent clauses you can have. Which means Buffalo's not going to be saved by that, other than just making a larger finite number of Buffalo.
Yeah.
Like, you could do, like, Buffalo, 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 semicolon, Buffalo, 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 right? Like, that works, but you can only do that once.
It does break the spirit of the Buffalo.
So, can we make it without being forced into a separation clause? Because I think it was either Scarlet or Wizard who was mentioning that you're still modifying the initial independent in the Buffalo sentence, right?
Yeah.
I think you are. I don't know if I remember exactly. But as long as you're modifying the initial independent clause, then you can technically... If that's the case, then it does genuinely go on forever.
Are you ready for the stupidest question to this question?
Yes.
How does that affect the quantum state of the Buffalo?
Does it? I'd have to actually...
Well, every time you... Isn't that true? When you declare something, you're affecting its...
Yes. I would have to know, like, how... Because I know the sentence can go on forever. I don't know what it's actually trying to state at the end of the day well enough to answer that. No, the main character, you can keep things fair. Oh, okay, hurt. Without that, a proper punctuation or conjunction, one of my clauses are on a sentence. Yes. You can cycle who, what, where, and why endlessly.
But...
Oh, so wait, are you saying that you can jut off the independent clause and then just roundabout in a circle?
Oh.
Is that grammatically valid? That's so funny. It's a redundant statement at that point.
I mean,
because after you make one full loop, then you're saying what you have already said.
You can do that in programming. Fun fact.
That's wild. Is that not just a memory leak?
It would become a memory leak, yeah.
Okay.
But
Buffalo animal, Buffalo intimidate, Buffalo animal, Buffalo intimidate.
But you a memory leak as a human trying to do it too. So it's the same thing.
You can turn each Buffalo animal into a Buffalo animal, Buffalo intimidate, Buffalo animal. Buffalo animal, Buffalo intimidate, Buffalo animal.
Huh. I guess, yeah.
But that, if you comma separate those forever, that is multiple independent clauses.
Yeah.
That absolutely is. So something has to nest into, like, Buffalo, I'm gonna change the word. Animal, intimidate, animal.
Hold on, you can, but you have to introduce a word that's not buffalo. In buffling, ooh, is that a word?
I think it's still buffalo. I think that's
buffalo?
why people use this so much. Because I think its other tenses are still buffalo.
In the process of buffling, buffalo?
Yeah.
Comma, buffalo, 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 buffalo. Because then you started that clause.
What if you can actually, because Buffalo's a city as well. That's where the initial, like, the whole thing was, right? If you started with in Buffalo and then just never reference the city again, your independent clause is the city.
Yeah. Would that work?
Does that work? A semantically equivalent form perceiving the original word order is Buffalonian bison, whom other, Buffalonian bison bully, also bully Buffalonian bison. That's really funny. A person named Buffalo, that would also, a store named Buffalo maybe, that would be possible. Buffalo is a place, yes. An ARG has to have some amount of challenge in it, in my opinion. In the dev, for example, pretty much spells out each step in an ARG. That was actually part of the conversation, right? We talked about TNAG. Wow, we got so far off topic. Holy fuck.
We've been having
we talked about TNAG when it comes to ARGs, right? So we're running a mystery event, but we admit that this is an event. We tell you the rules. We tell you the concise way to interact with it. And in tradition, that is not an ARG because of TNAG, right? TNAG stands for This Is Not a Game. TINAG. And it's the idea or the philosophy behind ARGs that says there's a curtain, right? You do not admit to it being a game. You treat it as if it is real, not as if it is fiction. But we admit to the fictionality, right? Like, we admit to its diegetic nature. So is it an ARG still? Speaking of that, join the mystery event.
Yes.
Show.
That actually brings up a question I genuinely didn't think about till just now. Is the story or the story outside of the story?
Quantum State of Buffalo. Hold on. You're a diegetic? You can't prove that. Mama says I got diabetes. Mama says I got diabetes.
It's been oops all side quest. It has been oops all side quest.
It has
all
been.
night.
Midcast usually is, but that's okay. Have Inception to the Inception. Oh, not again. Oh no.
Yeah, but like for real.
He just shouted me out. He totally did. Thanks, Nico. Ara, thank you so much. I forgot that was still a thing. Maricast, my beloved. At proves you're diegetic. Oh no, I've got the type 1 diabetes. I've got the type 1 diegetis.
Oh my god.
Sydney monkeys, punch, Sydney monkeys. What the? That's such a stroke word. What the hell? Hi, Nico. How's it going? It can be an ARG even if it isn't diegetic, but you can have a dev outright stating what to do at each step. I'm thinking of a certain one which I think I can name here. Which I don't think I can name here. Oh, interesting. Oh, I'm curious. Oh, wild. I'm curious on the reference.
I'm aware of the reference.
Okay, cool.
I believe I'm aware of the reference.
But you can't have a dev outright stating what to do at each step. Could you have a character that's puppeted by the dev? Because Puppet Master is a real term in ARGs, and so is the curtain.
True, yeah.
And the curtain is in reference, in my research, is in reference to the Wizard of Oz, right? So it would be Oz, specifically, is the reference. Oz is the creator of the experience, but Oz, the big old grand wizard illusion, is the forefront of that. Oz does whatever Oz says, but it's never the developer saying, here's what to do as I, the developer, say. You can give hints at where to look, but not how to look. Ah, that makes sense. Chat, under that, guys, would you consider this event an ARG? Because we really ride that line, if that's the case. And here's another question. This is kind of the meta paradox when it comes to this. What happens if real people can be part of a diegetic story? Because that's the reality realm versus narrative realm, right? Like, they matter.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's, if they're canon, if they exist within the world that you've created and in reality, how much of that does that count?
Yeah, because if the fictional story, if the real story is part of the fictional story, right, at what point is a person not a character?
Well, so you're answering my question on accident.
I understand what your question was trying to ask now. I get that. So, like, for instance, chat, let me put this slightly more bluntly. In world, characters know that people write them and people exist. It's ads. Never mind, I'm not explaining shit! Hands up, rads up.
I'm just like, I want to have my hands up.
Understandable.
I used to sleep with one hand up, just like this.
What? Oh, actually, okay. I used to sleep like this, where I'd put my arm behind the bed or the pillow. Not like under, but like behind specifically.
Like I'd be laying on my back and it'd be up in the air.
Is the video desynced with the audio, chat? It might be. Twitch kind of be like that sometimes.
AI. Oh god, I don't even want to look at that sentence.
AIA is a noun, so AIA means buffalo that intimidate buffalo, that intimidate buffalo. Oh, then you stack it into AIA, AIA. Oh, okay, I understand.
Okay.
Yep, Witchbat, you're right. I understand. I get it. Oh, that's so funny.
Very well written, actually.
That's a really good way to explain that, Witchbat. Holy shit, good job. My god, someone as stupid as I could understand that. Trank, I don't think so on which front. There is a lot to reference. I love Maricast times 2.
Me too, Hale. Me too.
Oh my god, you can have infinite buffalo sentence, but it does have to have an end. Like, you need to know what the end point is. Because, like, you could say it forever, but it doesn't mean anything because you need to have the front and the back and then the middle, and you take that and make that the front and the back. But you need to know what the back is.
No.
Otherwise, you're just retroactively recontextualizing it.
Right, but that's... But that's okay, because in an infinite universe, you would know what the end is.
Sure, but like for instance, like if you just arbitrarily just say a number of buffaloes, there's only set available numbers of buffaloes that work, right? So it works with 3, and it works with 7. It does not work with 6.
What? Why did it? No. The infinite hotel paradox.
No, this doesn't work that way because you have to nest it very specifically, right? So like you can take the 3s, put them on either side with 1 in the middle.
But you know the
So the next one up is 15. You could do 15 because you do 7, 7 with 1 in the middle. That's 15. And then you could do 31 with 15, 15, and 1 in the middle to connect them. But that's the only way it's still grammatically viable. At least that we know of right now.
Oh, see, but you've set a number. It has to be odd.
It is always odd, yes.
So that gives you your endpoint. Is an infinite number that is odd.
No, but there are odd numbers that don't work. Like 29 doesn't work. It goes 15, then 31 is the next available.
But you've divided it even further down. You're setting a rule that should work.
You can set a rule. You can write a formula for it. I'm pretty sure. I don't know what it would be. So you'd have buffaloes that only intimidate buffaloes that intimidate others, but wouldn't intimidate ones that intimidate buffaloes that only intimidate non-intimidating buffaloes.
These are my favorite conversations.
I hate it here. Oh, I don't think so on audio desync. Thank you. Okay. I don't see how even numbers wouldn't work with this specific grammar. So you can replace a noun with an adjective noun. I'm sorry. Correction. You can replace a noun with a noun adjective noun. Nope. With a noun verb noun. So you can say buffalo the animal, bully other buffalo. And then you can take a noun and put that in there, right? So you can replace a noun with that. So in place of a noun, if I said, I punched Volt, right? I can replace Volt with, I punched buffalo, buffalo, buffalo. Right?
Yes.
You can do that with any noun. Now, because you can do that, you can take the nouns in the triple buffalo and replace it with buffalo, 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 ad nauseum. That is why we were saying that. But there's only so many numbers of permutations that actually function that way.
Right, but that's my point, is to the fact that it is infinitely not infinite.
No, you're right, actually. No, you were right. You were right. You can do that in several configurations. Because you can do the left side and not do the right side. Which gives you any set of 2, I think. Right? So let's say I put 7 on this side, but 3 on this side. That's 11.
Which means not only do you have an infinitely long sentence, but you have infinite permutations within that sentence of that same sentence.
Yes. And I think the rule is only that it needs to be 3 or more and odd.
Yeah. So a multiple of 3 and odd.
What about buffaloes bullying buffaloes? That's 4 buffaloes. You can, okay, let me correct myself. You can do it with an even number, just not with this grammar structure. With a separate grammar structure, you could. But with this infinite grammar structure, you would have to have an odd number. What the fuck are we talking about?
I'm having so much fun. Someone asked a second ago if we're still doing the ARG thing, and I'm not gonna lie, I think we are, because we've circled back 3 times.
And we somehow circled away each time.
Yeah.
The train has taken a lift off,
This is my favorite stream. I'm having an actual great time right
This
now.
is why these streams end early. Because we'll be at fucking Mars by the end of this.
Yeah, but we're close to time at this point.
Oh, it also stacks infinitely because it's sub-pronounced. Never mind, any number works. You do have to recontextualize it post-speech, but there's always a way it could work.
Or we were talking about something right before. Was it Kanto that gave the original AIA idea?
What's the AIA?
The thing that made you understand how it was possible to infinitely loop?
Oh, yeah. What about it? No, that was Wizrad.
Was it Wizrad? Wizrad,
Yeah.
Good job. Well, Wizrad, since you're here, can you tell us what the hell we were talking about before we got here?
What was the question? Unforgiven? I'm not sure if I'm allowed to do it. I didn't get an answer. What was the question about?
Yeah.
Are you two ready for... Are you two for tomorrow? What? How ready are you two for tomorrow? What, play Utopia? I'm fine. Done that before. He hasn't. He's never played Utopia before. Trust.
It's gonna be an experience.
Thank you, Wizrad. You did a great thing. You've done us a great service, which is figure out how to make a train get liftoff. The train has unlocked the axes of up.
Could you imagine coming up to like a train, like where a train track split, and then one goes up instead of...
That would be so funny. Can you imagine boarding a train that has tracks that go through the mountain? You're like, man, that looks like a scary mountain. And then you close it, sit down, and the train just goes... just goes straight up. What's your favorite ARG and why is it Noida Eyes? I do love Noida. I have played a lot of Noida on this channel, unironically. Okay, if you're on YouTube, I have not played a lot of Noida on that channel. I have on the Ori Does, not on Ori Don't. But I played a lot of it on Twitch. And I'm a big fan. I don't know where the entry point is, unfortunately. Like, it's so hard to breach. Have a good night, Titan.
I asked if I was allowed to redeem a Poison Pointer for the interrupting.
Oh yeah, go for it. You're absolutely.
Yeah, no interruption.
Roller coaster train. God, it's so
God,
fun.
Noida is such a good ARG too.
I have been Emmy, and I'm very, very excited. That is very exciting. It's bedtime? Is it bedtime? Coming from Trank? That's wild. What? What do you mean it's bedtimey?
It's not bedtime.
The train has a damn tachyon drive. Oh my god, dude. Tachyon drives were actually a really weird conversation. We're getting so far outside of the scope of this conversation, it's not even funny. But we were talking about if a tachyon drive could hypothetically replace 6 points temporarily. The TLDR, without getting too much into it, thank you for the follow, by the way. If a tachyon drive, if space and time are connected in the mirror myth, then technically you can warp space enough to warp time in some fashion. And assuming you can do that in 10 dimensions, which is what the mirror myth is, then you can just go down, which means that you would enter... You can just generate a timeline.
Yeah.
Because you could just stop in between.
Yeah, exactly.
You could just create a timeline that doesn't exist. Like, it doesn't even touch the other timeline either.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, you'd be starting a timeline that doesn't have a start.
What would that look like?
Would you essentially be redoing the Big Bang?
Would you have a timeline that starts from the beginning?
What would happen if a timeline didn't have a what does that look like?
I don't know. Help.
You could not.
This is gonna be the next question in the mystery chat, just so you know. The next mystery is gonna be asking this exact question. I hope you're right. Right. This is so funny. Does the warden live in the basement or not? No, that's not how the basement works. Time and space swap in a black hole. Yar.
Tachyon drive only gets...
Do you just become God? I mean, someone's done that before. It's happened.
Please, I beg of you.
Congratulations, Unforgiven. Thank you so much. Congrats on the bubble boy. GG's. The next phase of the mystery is to write a graduate thesis on anatron physics. You have to design a tachyon drive, chat. Good luck. Nope, I'm done. I'm done here. Ryan, what's wrong?
What would an ARG look like where the answer wasn't two-dimensional? It wasn't a word. It wasn't your answer was an actual, like a blueprint for something. How would an ARG like that look like? What?
I think that stops being like the ARG is a question and the ARG is like, for lack of a better term, it's not an answer, you need a solution, right? Like, you don't need to answer one question. You need a series of blocks to be in a different permutation. And I say that in the lightest way possible. Like, I'm saying this very oversimplified, but that's what I mean, right? Is that you're handed a situation where the blocks are placed in this way, and you need them to be another way. But there's a limited number of ways that you can interact with them. You know what I mean? I think to me that is an ARG that doesn't end on a question.
Can you have an ARG with a dynamic answer?
I think so, yeah. I think that's more than possible. I mean, a lot of ARGs, I think, in my experience, are uncovering more than answering, even.
Because you say, you have these blocks and you just have the answer is putting them in a different permutation. But what if that wasn't the truth? What if it wasn't a different permutation? It was not having the blocks all together.
I think that's possible. I think that's... So, part of what the video was going to end on, that it didn't. Partially due to time restrictions. What the video was going to end with was what happens if the ARG kind of doesn't end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One of the reasons why the admitted diegetic nature of Mirror Myth is so popular with us as developers is because it's so much more sustainable that way. You cannot hide behind an illusion forever, right? And also, hiding behind an illusion makes it very difficult to interact. I made a warp drive. That's the answer to P1EF. Yep, that's the one. That's the one. I want to build a tachyon drive, then do it. This silly goober. It'd be assistant, even if you have to explain everything to me like I'm 5, real as hell. Because I ain't got my Beyonder title for nothing. I'll get to my tools and in my happy juice. The advent of high volt and the convo is going places. We didn't even get drunk volt today.
We didn't.
Damn. And
Maybe
yet we're
next time.
here. What would happen if we did? Jesus.
Oh, we'd be having so much fun.
We would be in a wild place right now, dude. We would be in a place for sure.
I'd be giving you some good questions.
Good questions is a way to say that. Drunk Bolt another day. Indeed, chat. Drunk Bolt another day.
Sometimes I feel smarter when I'm drunk.
Honestly,
I don't even get drunk that often. I don't know where this persona came from. I had one. We did the big walk, and I had a few drinks, and it was a great time. I don't know why we've created a character for Drunk Volt.
What happened to Trank to be saying is EP time plus? I'm so curious. Oh, I'm so EP. Oh, Trank's EP is the problem.
Rain is also EP.
Hard. Rain EP. We have like 9 more minutes. I think is usually the minimum that these go. I'm moving. Well, then stop. Stop moving. Stay in place.
Yeah. You're spending energy. If you're EP, stop spending energy.
Yeah.
Regain energy. Stay still.
I'm exhausted. I am too.
Really? Because I'm wide the fuck awake.
I feel pretty good right now.
And I should
I've
not
been
be.
exhausted recently. No,
Because
you
I've been up since 4.
That's fucking crazy.
My time.
That's wild. Drunk Volt equals iconic, yes.
God, I had such a good time. That was such a fun stream.
Oh, you did gift a bunch of tier 3 subs with Drunk. Were they tier 3?
I definitely did do that.
Oh my god.
Were
Motherfucker.
they tier 3?
I am the Nut Master. What is that even from? That was like... Oh, that was from Big Block. Duh. I'm not EP. Hey, alright, can we make God McDonald's somewhere in the depths of the space or M space? Of course. Of course, sweetie. A McDonald's that you need a tachyon drive to go to. You're like, I built this Dyson sphere so I could go to space McDonald's. And they're like, what? And they're like, bye, and then the world explodes because you built a fucking Dyson sphere.
God, Dyson spheres are so cool.
They're so dope. That was meant to be like the technological like milestone that Hyperion was at, was Dyson sphere.
Fun.
Which they were beyond, but for different reasons.
When you get bored of Satisfactory, there's a strategy game, a factory game, a lot like Satisfactory, but it is about building Dyson spheres.
That's cool as fuck. Space Wendy's is better. Bro, fight me. Race me in my race me in your warp
That's where
drive.
Wendy came.
Oh, that's where it is.
Space
Yeah,
Wendy's.
yeah, Space Wendy's. Not good. I learned Marimancy so I could go get God McDonald's. Oh my god. Space Hooters managed by Frankie. I hate it here. I prefer a Dyson Swarm over a Dyson Sphere. What is a Dyson Swarm?
It's instead of a ball around the sun of solar panels, it's a like drone swarm that I believe cycles around in orbit that collects.
So similar concept, but actually a little bit more realistic.
Yeah.
Because a Dyson Sphere would fall to gravity, wouldn't it? Like they would end up colliding with each other at some point.
In theory, if you built it simultaneously, you could sustain it, right?
That makes sense.
From both sides.
Yeah. But there's no way to functionally do that, right?
No.
Like, you could probably do that around a small mass, like something smaller than what you're working with.
If you built it far enough away and had enough time to build the entire thing, you could shrink it over time, probably.
Or you could also have, like, thrusters on the back of them, right? Because these are just, like, a series of mirrors, essentially.
Yeah.
And you could have thrusters on the back that only activate for long enough for it to be in place. Just fight gravity until they're placed correctly.
Yeah. Genuine, unironic question for you and for chat, because this is something that I've thought about in the past and I just got reminded of it. If we put a thruster on the planet and pushed it 10 feet farther from the sun, would we do anything to solve global warming?
I feel like we throw ourselves off orbit. Because, okay, first thing
Our
is
orbit isn't that volatile.
first of all, I presume that this is like a metaphorical rocket because the Earth is spinning. So if you attach it to one axis, it'll like.
Yeah, correct.
But if you found some way to just
put it on a gyroscope outside the planet.
like One Punch Man jumped really hard.
Sure, yeah.
I don't think so. I don't really think so because I think it would just fall back in orbit. Realistically.
You think it would settle back into its old orbit?
First answer is it depends where it is in orbit because of en bloc orbit. If it's in the weakest portion of its orbit, you could have really, really bad implications.
Okay. Yes, but we're talking about the concept. Let's establish the concept's possible, and we can successfully push the Earth 10 feet farther away without other consequences. Would we do anything for global warming?
I don't know. Is 10 feet enough? I don't think it is. Because, like, the question is how much do photons decay over 10 feet? Not enough. I don't think enough to make a difference. Right? Given this is also, like multiplied by greenhouse gases, but even then I don't think it's enough.
I mean, the distance the moon is from the Earth has such a significant impact on high and low tides that I feel like even 10 feet farther from the sun would be a significant increase to
Well, yeah, but the moon changes in distance, like, up to, like, 1,000,000 kilometers, doesn't it? What's the greatest and shortest orbit distance?
It would release so much heat that it would burn the atmosphere away. Sure. Yes, you're not wrong.
But ignore that.
Correct.
Okay, not 1,000,000. It goes from, what? It's only a difference of 50,000 kilometers? I thought it was much more long than that. Huh.
Also, speaking of megastructures, the megastructure of Blame is amazing. I don't know what that is. You know what Blame is?
Oh yeah, it's not nearly as bad as I thought it was.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, its shortest distance is very, very close. I know you guys can't see that. Because right here is a lot more than right here.
I feel like I learned...
this is... Never mind. No, it gets way closer.
I feel like I learned at some points, and that's a horrible image I'm starting to realize. Yeah, I don't...
Yeah, no, here's the problem.
Right. Because I feel like I learned at some point in school that like, inches matter in the case of gravity.
I don't know. Rix and I were fighting about this at one point because we were asking if you hit an asteroid hard enough, if you jump... Okay, actually the question was about Pond. Because Pond can jump like 750 meters. So Pond has like 1/7 the escape velocity of the moon, right? Okay. And we were like, how big of an asteroid could Pond be on that jumping would throw it off orbit? And the answer is, shrug, it depends. On so many things, it's not even funny. Because if something's just like jutting through space,
anything.
Yeah, any amount of force will push it off its course, right? And that any amount gets exponentially larger the farther it goes, right? Because, you know, if my arm's out this way and I turn it this much, the tip of my fingers traveled a very, very far distance, right?
I mean, it's based on your own mass too, right? Because like, we are affected by gravity even just, slightly out in outer space from Earth.
Yeah.
But it's enough that we can push ourselves with very minimal force.
I'm getting a lot of Oris from Dino. Yes. You can have a satellite be near a meteorite to adjust its course. That is true. But I think that one of the answers is where in the gravity well it is at the time.
Yeah.
So like if it's at its, I think it's called pedigree, the opposite of pedigree, where it's at its furthest distance possible away. I think that a lower force could change it, right? And if you do it on a tangent, right? So if you do it on tangent when it's just about to exit its pedigree or whatever it's called, then is a lot more because you get to use all of its slingshot force going around the orbit.
Yeah.
It seems like we'll likely be getting worse. Oh no. If you want to, I don't. You do whatever you want, Dino. I'm not gonna stop you.
It sounds like a lot of people are very tired. Even though Ori and I probably could have the energy to go for another hour.
How do the different doppelgangers work? What do you mean by?
Trank saying, I'm tired.
I'm tired.
Bed.
Also,
asking
how do
this.
different doppelgangers work? Trank said no, it's eating
time.
time right after.
What are you doing?
Trank says, ooh, look, tangent soup. Go to bed.
Yeah.
Chat, I do think that it's going to be. I actually had the mental health break music on the entire time. Shit. Chat, I do think that's gonna be the end for us at that point. I think that'll be our ending thoughts. Rain's gonna kill me for talking about time warping as much as I did. It's gonna be really funny. If I don't come out tomorrow, that's why.
At least there'll be a witness. It's fine.
No, the witness is in a different timeline.
Oh.
We're fucked. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for everybody on the YouTube side. I appreciate you a ton for joining us. Apologies for the voracious tangents that we went on. Holy hell.
A lot of fun.
Let's find somebody to raid.
Oh, is this how you're supposed to raid?
That's how I do.
Dude, this is why I don't stream.
Hurt. What do you normally do?
For you.
No, I mean raid.
Oh. Slash raid button and then it...
That works. It works. It works enough. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I'm excited to see you guys again for the mystery. I'm excited to
be here tomorrow.
Yep, be here tomorrow. I'm excited to hear and talk about the piece of the mystery that has been solved. Congratulations again to Cubs. Congratulations on the puzzle coins. I love you guys. Thanks so much for being here. I'll talk to you guys soon. And bye.